3, 2, 1. Alright, am I on? Can you hear me? Ooh, that was loud. That's all I wanted to play. I guess that'll work. So I haven't streamed Katawa Shoujo in a while, and that was because I was trying to figure out how to change the sprites. However, thanks to a Reddit user by the name of Laffit, I think that's how you pronounce it, I managed to find a mod called Katawa Shoujo open source that allows you to sort of mess with the files. And with that, I messed with the files and censored a few things. After all, I don't want my Twitch to get banned. So thank you, Laffit. Laffit. In case you have any doubts, see, I decided to mod the title screen by adding, let's see if I can remember their names. I think this is Rika, and that's Saki. We'll see these two much later in the game. And by that I mean we're not going to be seeing them in Emmy's route. This is just a preview of what I managed to do. Also, I had to manually get back to where I last left off, so our playtime is a little bit shorter. Sucks, I know, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? If you wondered about the title of this stream, well, it's because this chapter is called Piracy on the High Seas. I think it's pronounced La Fée. Well, perhaps it is. I didn't really ask the person. I decided to go up there and give it a shout out before, well, I forgot. Anyway, where we last left off. Strange that it feels so natural for me to go up to the roof these days. I never would have done such a thing at my old school. Those days, I liked to eat alone. No, that's not quite true. Although I like to sit alone, I also like to watch people. I always figured that was the sort of person I was, but it appears I was wrong. Then again, I also thought I was the sort of person who had a normal heart, so there you have it. I don't know myself that well. Now I'm on the roof so that I can have lunch with a couple of people. And they are both girls, which is even stranger. Oddly enough, I feel closer to Emmy and Rin than I have felt to anyone at my old school. Somehow I get the feeling that they at least visit me if I wound up in the hospital. I focus on the view from the roof, banishing such thoughts from my head. You are banned from the stand. There's a light breeze blowing, and the sun is shining high in the sky. The sky itself is a deep blue, with hardly a cloud in it. It's gotten pleasantly warm, and as I sit down to wait for my friends, I close my eyes and enjoy the feeling of the sun seeping into my skin. Hey fellas, Rosin here, reporting live from the Vegas' Sunrise Hospital. Hey Roz. How's your grandma, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, I guess I saw I was going to sleep. Night. Voices intrude upon the edge of hearing. Seems to have fallen asleep on us, Rin. Gotta remember the voices I gave the characters. Maybe he's faking it to lull us into a false sense of security. Why would he do that? No idea. Still, you make a good point. We should kick him or something to make sure he's really asleep. What? Amy looms over me like only a short girl can, peering at me intently. Oh, you're awake? I guess I'll have to kick you then. Was it a part of your master plan? What are you talking about? Amy shrugs, her twin tails bouncing with emotion. I'm not sure either. Must be pretty tired to fall asleep out here. Although it's pretty comfortable, I suppose. She plops down next to me and begins to eat. Rin sits opposite for the two of us, which only makes me more aware of the girl sitting next to me. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear Rin did it on purpose. I concentrate on my food, trying to tune out the majority of the conversation that Rin and Emmy are having. Despite my best efforts, however, I still find myself glancing over at Emmy whenever she speaks. Notice how she purses her lips when she's thinking about something, squinting slightly as if that would improve her thinking ability. Rin says something that makes Emmy laugh, and I notice, perhaps for the first time, how she laughs with her whole body, rocking back and forth, head thrown back, almost like she's about to fall over. She's unstable and also eating puree food like a champ. I see. Well, I hope they can figure out what the problem with that is. I'm glad that she's still stable. I probably look like a creep. It's about this time that I realize Emmy's looking at me. Her voice raised slightly, so she's probably just asked me a question. Sorry, I kinda zoned out for a moment there. Emmy rolls her eyes, while a slight quirk of the eyebrows only sign that Rin's even paying attention. I said, did you get a career survey in your class too? You know, one of those, what do you want to do after high school things? I don't think so. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow. What are you going to put down? That's a really good question. I guess I always figured I'd go to college after high school, but I have no idea what I'd do once I got there. And with the heart attack and all, I'd really been concentrating on each day as it came rather than making long-term plans. Amy's prosthetics are metal. A kick from one of those would be like getting hit by a crowbar. Ow. I suppose I can safely start planning ahead again. I always liked having at least a vague plan for my future, so it'll be nice to come up with one again. Of course, that doesn't change the fact that right now I've got absolutely no clue. I always kind of assumed I'd figured out in college that I'd just become a salaryman. That's pretty popular. But do I really want to? That's a tough question. I guess I don't really want to do anything. You don't sound very excited about that one, do you? She laughs as she says this, and I'm caught up in her laugh again. It's so girlish, high and giggly like a, well, pardon the cliche, a babbling brook. Bubbles out of her, starting in her belly and working its way up to her throat. I can't help but laugh myself. It's infectious. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty unhappy with the salaryman idea. But to be honest, I haven't given much thought to the future recently. And so is that these days I've been more concerned with living one day at a time. Amy considers this for a moment and grins. That's a pretty good idea, Hisao. I just wrote down pirates. I'm momentarily stunned, then I start laughing. I stop myself and manage to gasp out a question. You're not actually serious, are you? Amy looks mock offended. Well, I got the leg sword already, so I kinda just figured. Even Rin seems amused by this. Just you wait, I'll be the terror of the high seas. I'll show you all. I have been working on my pirate voice. She suddenly springs up and begins swaggering up and down the rooftop shouting orders. Yar, you hearties, go broadside with the long guns. We'll wear their guts for garters. Do you even know what that means? Rin's unexpected interruption stops Amy in her tracks. Not really. But it's all in the delivery. Ringing the bell prevents her from demonstrating her point further. Amy dashes off immediately, leaving Rin and myself alone on the roof. Rin stares at me intently for a few moments. Is there something wrong? Rin considers this question closely for a moment. After a lengthy pause, she shakes her head. Nope. Oh, why the steering then? Rin shakes her head again. Nope, I don't get. Get what? The staring thing. You two seem to, but I don't. Great, she saw me staring. Now she probably thinks I'm a pervert or something. Actually, probably not. This is Rin we're talking about after all. Still, I feel the need to defend myself. I wasn't staring, I was just tired. Rin actually snorts at this, but she doesn't say anything. Well, really, I was just distracted is all. Eager to end this conversation, I head back down to class. I'm greeted by the twin specters of Shizune and Misha, looking like they mean business. I haven't seen them in a while. Well, probably. It's been a while since we played, so I don't remember when the last time we saw these two. Well, Shizune looks like she means business anyway. Guts for gutters? Come to think of it, that's pretty gross. Misha looks like she's just about to start laughing at any minute. Up on the roof again, He-chan? You know that's dangerous, don't you? That's right. The school cannot be held responsible for any injury that comes from being up there, you know. Furthermore, we can report you for breaking the rules. Misha leans in and whispers conspiratively. But we won't, He-chan. You three are too cute together. She straightens up again, laughing at my sudden blush. You're too easy to tease, He-chan. Hey, come on. I'm still new here, sort of. Isn't it mean to pick on the newcomer like this? Nope. It's to help you get acclimated to your new surroundings. Amy could be Peggy the Pirate, and Ring could be Blindbeard. All you is a map made out of Misha's Risk board game. Or was it Shizune's? Well, it's one of those twos. You mean that this is just a map based on a board game? Ah, I see. Well, do you have to be so overzealous about it? Yep. Ah, that aside, Yi-chan, we were looking for you this morning, but you weren't in your room. Of course I wasn't. I was out for my morning exercise, or here in class bright and early. Unlike you. Shizune looks peeved, and a beat later, so does Misha. Or she tries to, at any rate. That's because it's student council business. You should be grateful that we worked so hard for you. Oh, I am. So, what did you need me for? Another attempt to rope me into doing their dirty work, I hope. We had to give you something, but since you weren't around, we dropped it off in your room. Something? Like what? Oh, you'll find out when you get back, Yi-chan. Muto entering the room ends our conversation, and we all head back to our seats. Wow, Misha seems pretty nosy and snobbish, doesn't she? All I know is that Misha is very, very loud. It's only after I settle down at my desk and the teachers start talking about something or other that something odd strikes me. What did Rin mean? You two seem to. Was Emmy staring at something too? For a brief moment, I considered the possibility that Emmy was staring at me the same way I was staring at her. And of course, that's ridiculous. Still, I can't deny that I wouldn't mind if it were true. But it's best not to think of that. I'll need to get my hopes up. Come to think of it, I started having hopes like that anyway. Thought they all died at the hospital. I shake my head in an attempt to clear it and focus on the lesson. After class, I make my way to my room. Muto really piled on the homework today. Are we gonna meet Kenji? Oh! Yep. Before I can open my door, however, I'm suddenly intercepted by Kenji, who has just exploded out of his room in a flurry of papers. Hey, we need to talk. These two-top shenanigans of yours, man. They've gotta stop. I think that's the voice I used for Kenji. I can't remember. What? You're running around the rooftop with the limbless wonders. They're women, man. You get yourself killed running around like that. I don't follow. Kenji sighs and adjusts his glasses before what could be understood as an attempt at explaining himself patiently. Look, we're friends, so I'm telling you this for your own good. But if I were going to kill someone, I'd do it by throwing them off the roof and making it look like an accident. And if I thought of it, you can be sure they've thought of it too. They're crafty, almost as crafty as I am. I see. Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Loan me 500 yen. I'm sorry. I need to get a drink, man. I'm inside all day and the tap water has been compromised, as I'm sure you know. So I need to stock on myself and canned, got. But to do that, I need 500 yen. Since I just saved your life with my timely advice, you can at least spare me 500 yen. Oh, you're voicing like Aku from Samurai Jack. I can imagine Kenji bringing a compass that only points west. BRB again. Alrighty. Thank you. Alright, let's see if I can do Aku. And since I just saved your life with my timely advice, you can at least spare me 500 yen. You know, if it'll make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. And the money over to Kenji. Well, darn, I don't even get to practice that much. Who nods and thanks and dashes out down the hallway, but not before he locks his door. What an exhausting person. I better go just in case he changes his mind. Huh? So close the door. My heel taps against something lying on the floor. That's the one. Got it. I completely forgot what voice I went for him. It's a brightly colored rectangle of paper. This must be the something Misha mentioned before. Perhaps a student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned, handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like that in this day and age, anyway? Yet as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, this is definitely a letter I have in my hands. I was planning on finishing my homework and getting some dinner and going to bed in order to be ready for tomorrow morning's run. However, the letter has naturally caught my interest. I sit at my desk to examine it properly. It's the first piece of mail I received here at Yamaku, so it feels special, even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. Causes me even more trepidation is the name of the sender, written neatly on the back of the envelope. Iwanako. Y'all remember Iwanako, right? I have no idea why she would write to me. I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred, and Iwanako is the last person I'd expect to want to write me a letter. Last time I saw Iwanako was terribly awkward, embarrassingly so. She came to my hospital room, peeled me an apple out of courtesy, and then we practically sat in silence for half an hour. She said goodbye, and didn't look me in the eye when she closed the door. Might have been a natural end to a series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but something stopped me every time. Every time that I didn't speak made the next time even harder. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I could never figure out the right words to say. I think Iwanako blamed herself for my heart attack. That's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing it are two very different things. Told her that wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I really think she understood that if it hadn't been that, then sooner or later something else would have made my heart give out. Yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. So I never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, that might have hurt her even more. Carefully, I opened the envelope and drew out the folded letter from within. Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second-year class got put together in Class 3-1 for the final year, so we were pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The mood among the third years seemed to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. Teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year. Would you believe it? I should have he retired after our second year, and here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. Must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. It's so weird to think we're already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. Wonder where it went. New first year seems so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I'm feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first semester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. Yeah, I think I've had quite enough of this. I crumbled up the sheet of paper and tossed it across the room. My aim was off, so the letter rolls under my nightstand instead of going into the wastebasket. That was an apology for abandoning me, except I don't know that I really need it anymore at this point. Hospital seemed like a lifetime ago, and here now I got other things in my mind. Emmy, for starters. It wasn't great to be abandoned during my stay, but not something I'm worried about anymore. In fact, I hadn't even thought about the hospital in what feels like forever until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. I got exams to study for. I had no time for the past. This is who I am! Money-wearing lederhosen. Money-wearing lederhosen. Money-wearing lederhosen. Ghost Letter, the flying villager man, is on to Emmy and Rin using the risk board to find her booty. Oh crap. Now, about that homework. Is my mouse even showing up on the screen? I'm not even sure. So, what's the plan for today anyway? Monkey wearing lederhosen. Oh. Autocorrect salt. I'm waiting patiently in the hallway of the girls' dormitory just outside of Emmy and Rin's rooms. Emmy's apparently helping Rin with getting dressed. I suppose that makes perfect sense, as I have no idea how Rin would get dressed otherwise. Picnic! Picnic? That's what I said! Sounds pretty exciting. I know, right? Rin chooses this moment to make an observation. The sky seems threatening today. Actually, I noticed that too on my way over. Despite the sunshine of the early morning, the afternoon seems to have taken a turn for the gloomy. There's a heaviness in the air as well that usually heralds a rainstorm. Wonder if I should have brought my umbrella. She's got a point. Emmy, you sure that you still want to risk getting caught in the rain? I don't even know why I'm bothered asking. Emmy pops out of Rin's room into the hallway, looking shocked that I even suggest canceling our plans. Of course! What, the threat of rain's supposed to stop me? I can't help but grin at her belligerent response. It's almost like she's daring the rain to come. If Mother Nature were walking down the street, I think Emmy would probably start a fight with her. Or at the very least challenge her to a race. Fight me, Mother Nature! Yeah! In fact, Emmy seems almost aggressively cheerful today. Rin wanders out into the hallway, looking her usual self. Well then, are we all ready to go? I'm ready! Rin nods and says a single word. Basket. Beg pardon? The basket in Emmy's room. You should carry it. Emmy claps a hand to her mouth, embarrassed. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot all about it. Nice save, Rin! Emmy darts into her room and emerges what looks like a very well-stocked picnic basket. As she hands it over to me, I note that it feels heavy enough to be one, too. Good lord, how much food did she pack? Oh, and thanks, Zane, before I forget. I'm ready! Like you say, always goes back to SpongeBob. More to the point, where'd she get the money for all this? What big heists has she been going on, and when can she invite me? So, are we set to head out? Yep. Ring gives another nod, and we head out to the dormitory. I can't help but frown when I notice how gray the sky's gone in the 10 minutes I was inside. Still, Emmy does not seem concerned about such petty concerns as the color of the sky. She's positively skipping as we walk. Which reminds me, where are we going? This brings Emmy up short and she shoots me an embarrassed look. You know, I hadn't really thought of that. What do you think, Hisao? Well, there's a spot where we ate during the festival, but it might be nice to leave the campus for a while. However, I'm not sure there's any good places to do that in town. As I'm about to open my mouth, Rin unexpectedly interjects the suggestion. There's a park in town near the art shop. Great idea, Rin! I totally forgot all about that place. Crisis averted. Do you know how to get there, Rin? Rin shrugs. It's pretty likely. Good enough for me. I prefer knowing for sure, but what the hell. Lead on, Rin. We must quickly make our way off campus and take the road down into town. Mask is a bit heavy. I hope the park is close by. We pass the art supply store. Rin is slowing her pace slightly as we go by. Emmy notices Rin's change of pace and stops. Want to go in, Rin? Rin shrugs. Nothing I need. Are you sure? There's a slightest flutter of a smile on Rin's face, quickly replaced with her usual expression. Life's uncertain, but on this time at least I am pretty sure. Nice of you to offer. Well, it's not like I'm the only one. It's not like I'm the one carrying the basket. But Hisao wouldn't have minded anyway, right? Of course not. This is hardly a heavy load. I flex for emphasis. Every 10th note or so in music is still drunk after all these months. It's been binge drinking while watching Conka. Emmy stifles a snort of laughter by pointing to the park in which we suddenly arrived. Oh, I remember this place. Ran to you here that one time, didn't I, Rin? Rin's eyebrows raise slightly. Maybe. I'm unwilling to say for certain one way or the other. Memory's a tricky thing, you know. Well, I'll be made in one piece after all. Sun's still nowhere to be seen, but neither Emmy nor Rin seem to mind. Yeah. We find a spot to sit on the grass, and I set the basket down gratefully. It was a surprising amount of food prepared. Maybe we were supposed to be joined by some of Emmy's teammates or something. Grapes, sandwiches, apples, mayonnaise, that thing, it's all great. I am starving. Dig in. She attacks the food as if she had nothing to eat for years. I'm just reaching for the food myself when I feel the first drop of rain land on the back of my hand. Uh-oh. Looks like the weather's not gonna cooperate with us after all. Emmy glares at the sky as if that alone would hold back the rain. I was nearly ready to believe she could do it. It's one heck of a glare. Yeah, it better cooperate. You hear me, Sky? You stop that raining right this instant, or you're grounded! Sky doesn't seem inclined to listen to her, despite the commanding tone she's taken with it. Instead, the rain seems to increase. Rin wrinkles her nose in distaste at this turn of events. Regrettable. What do you mean? Rin shrugs. I could paint this if I weren't out here. Shame to miss it, is all. She doesn't seem angry or annoyed about it, just a little disappointed. Amy laughs in response to Rin's comment. Guess we should have stopped in that art supply store after all, huh? Rin increases a little more, offended that we haven't fled yet. Despite the warm temperatures we've been enjoying, this rain is rather cold. I wish I'd brought my umbrella. Hey, we should probably head inside to keep dry. We're already pretty wet, Hisao. Yeah, but we can dry off this way and maybe wait out the storm. You don't want to catch a cold or anything, do you? Amy considers this for a moment. I can tell that part of her wants to stay out in the rain just to spite the weather. Fortunately for her, the weather hardly cares about what we do. I suppose you're right. Where can we go? I don't have an answer for her. The area is still pretty new to me. Though I guess I am slowly getting used to the school itself. The surrounding town remains a mystery. All I know is the art supply store. That's only because we've just passed it. Fortunately, Emmy soon snaps her fingers in triumph. That's it. There's a tea shop nearby. We could have some tea and dry out. No problem. Protagon's long overdue cold shower has finally arrived. Don't know how many days it took. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Great, you know where it is? Emi nods, looking fairly confident. Sure do. I think. But it'll be an adventure either way, right? Adventure, huh? Well, I suppose we could use a little adventure. Think as long as we get out of the rain, I'll be happy. Picnic basket's a little lighter now, at least. Lead on! Me and I follow Emi as she weaves through the streets with something approaching confidence. Now left here. There, the Shanghai! Emi beams triumphantly as she points to the tea shop. Seems fairly crowded inside. A symptom of the sun and rain, I'm sure. Welcome, can I? I'm surprised to find out that our waitress is none other than Yuko. She looks the part in her uniform. It's hard to believe that this is the same librarian from our school. Does she work 2 jobs? I guess that must be it. Oh, it's you. Yuko seems to know Emi. Speaking of the Flying Dutchman, Emi grins brightly, pleased to be remembered. Hey, Yuko. Hi, Yuko. I didn't know you worked here, too. Do I know you? You seem awfully familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen you in here. We met at your other job at the Yamaku Library, remember? Her eyes widen in memory. Yeah, that's it. Nice to meet you again. Oh no, this is bad. I should remember the customer's face. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Yuko goes from realization to panic in a split second, performing a series of high-speed bows. I narrowly avoid getting headbutted in the process. Oh hey, calm down. Listen, I wasn't a customer when we first met. In fact, I had never been to the Shanghai, so it's alright. Not the best display of logic, but it seems to relax her a little. Do you really think so? Yeah, I'm sure. Positive. Isn't that right, girls? Yeah, you guys been watching this little drama unfold with considerable bemusement. Yep, it sure is. Well, okay. So, Yuko, got room to seat us? Yuko nods and leads us to the corner booth, providing us with some small towels before taking our order. What will you have? Cake! Instant tea too, I guess. What kind of cake? Surprise me! Yuko looks uncomfortable at the thought of surprising anyone, but she gives a nod and turns to Rin. And for you? I'll take a straw. My feet are all wet. Sorry? I'm drinking kind of straw. One, please. Yuko's obviously uncertain of what to think about this. She fiddles with her pen and stationery for a moment, looking like she's about to cry before turning in my direction. And you, sir? Just tea, I think. Emi would probably yell at me if I ordered cake. Oh, come on, Hisao. Don't let me be the only one with food. I'll feel like a pig. Just trying to eat healthy. Your orders, after all. Well, today's your day off. You can be healthy tomorrow. Well then, I suppose I'll have some cake after all. Yuko seems slightly irritated that I'm changing my mind. What kind? I glance at Emi and grin. Surprise me. Yuko slides and nods. Very well, your order will be out soon. Despite the crowd, our order does indeed arrive quickly. Thanks, Yuko! Yuko nods in appreciation. This is a different guy than usual, isn't it? What? Different guy? Emi notices my confusion because she seems a little embarrassed. What? Oh yeah, I guess he is. This is my friend Hisao. We've met. Huh, small world. Well, let me know if you need anything. With that, Yuko takes off like a shot to wait on other tables, leaving me to ponder her comment. Different guy, huh? I guess it makes sense, right? Emi's pretty popular, or so I've been told. It's probably that kid from the track team. This is stupid. I can just ask Emi. So, who's this other guy, huh? You got a secret lover or something? Emi laughs again, only I get the feeling it's from nervousness as much as anything else. It's just a track team, Captain. He likes coming down here after a practice sometimes. So if you have anything to discuss, I'd tag along. Sounds mighty suspicious to me. Oh, I see. I could let the matter drop, but I can't resist at least getting another dig in. So it is a secret lover! I knew it! Rin watches her play, seemingly mildly amused before muttering something that I don't quite catch. Anyway. What? Huh? Rin proceeds to hide Emmy's 20-side minute in her straw. Rin jerks back from wherever her mind wandered off to. Huh? What did you just say? Huh? No, before that. No idea. Oh, well. Okay. I let the matter drop, but I can't notice that Emmy seems relieved that Rin interrupted the conversation. Maybe I went a little too far. Conversation dies down for one as Emmy and I busy ourselves with cake. Mine is strawberry, and surprisingly good. Emmy seems to think so too, as she suddenly reaches over with her fork and steals a bit. Thief! Pirate, there's a difference. We're not on water. Well, no, but there's a lot of water outside, so it still works, right? Besides, you can have some of mine. I think it's cranberry or something. Should have asked for the strawberry. I like strawberries. Or you'd help yourself to mine if you really must. For some reason, I feel compelled to add, seeing as how you've already done it once and all. Emmy sticks her tongue out at me, but that doesn't stop her from appreciating my cake. I tried some of hers as well. It's raspberry, and pretty good. The rain's let up. It appears that Rin is correct. Good timing too. I finished my food. Looks like Emmy has as well. Hey, I'm back. Sorry I disappeared like that, but since she had a room changed, my aunt and I were visiting another ICU doctor. I didn't want to miss out on the discussion. That's alright. I understand. Emmy be talking lawn pirates. Support Team Aqua today. Well, we better pay and get a move on before it starts raining again. Takes a few minutes to get Yuko's attention, but we pay and get out pretty quickly. So, do you want to return to the park? My jaw nearly drops. Are you kidding? It's probably going to rain again. In fact, I think I just felt some raindrops. You may be right. Well, okay, I'll let you off the hook this time, but you owe me a picnic now. Got it? I don't know if she's addressing me, Rin, or the both of us. Fine, fine. Now hurry up, I want to get some laps in the track. It would be nice to do it without the rain. I thought this was your day off. Well... Emmy suddenly seems reluctant to explain herself. I need the practice. I need to burn off that cake anyway. Why do I get the feeling that she's leaving something out? Are you sure? It wasn't that much cake. No, it wasn't that much cake for you. I ate most of it. She's got a point there. Still, I feel like I should at least offer to run with her. Keep quiet or offer to run with Emmy. Basically filled him in on Grandma's stream, procedures and the like. What do we do, Zane? Remains silent and invisible. Let's look at this tree. I'll look in a second, Zane. Give me a second. I hope things will be alright, Roz. Come to think of it, she looks like she'd rather be alone right now. I decided to keep my offer to myself. As we approach the girls' dormitory, it starts to rain again. Amy's expression sours slightly. Oh man. Stupid rain. Hey, it'll let up soon. You can go running then, right? Amy snorts, seemingly amused. Like I'm not going to run in the rain. Well, you shouldn't. You could catch a cold. Amy waves her hand airily. Ridiculous! I don't get colds. My immune system is far too strong for something like that. I can't help but laugh. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then, okay? Yeah! Thanks for coming. Oh, and for carrying the picnic basket. I'll bring it for lunch tomorrow. We can have our picnic on the roof. Sounds good to me. See you then. And a telltale ellipses whenever the opportunity presents itself. Emmy grabs the basket from me and shoots through the door. Rin gives me sort of half nod and ambles inside as well. Damn, it's wet out here. I had to get back to my room and into some dry clothes. I was in front of my door, interrupted by the sudden appearance of Kenji, who appears to be carrying a stack of books. Hey man, give me a hand, would you? Huh? Books are unceremoniously dumped into my arms as Kenji fumbles with his room key. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. If you went around, I have to keep my door unlocked, and that's just begging for trouble. The perfect opportunity to set up an ambush, or maybe just plant a bomb if they don't want to get their hands too dirty. Probably don't. Afraid they'll break a nail or something if they have to stab me. Women. I might think about digesting the verbal torrent that's just been unleashed, but he likes to remain comfortably in the dark. Anyway, where have you been, man? I could use some help carrying these books back from the library. I knocked on your door, but you weren't there. Oh, sorry. Not really. You appear to think I'm some kind of pack mule. I was out with Emmy and Ren. Kenji staggers back in shock. Looks like I just shot his dog if he had a dog. The limbless ladies again? What'd you do this time? Well, we wound up at the Shanghai. I'm prevented from continuing my sudden exclamation of despair. The Shanghai? Why the Shanghai? No, man, you can't just go to the damn Shanghai. It's the most dangerous place in the city. A veritable stronghold of their best agents. I know, I met them. They'll stop at nothing to lull you to a false sense of security, and then BAM! He hits his door for emphasis. Well, it's gone. Bus pass gone. Identity fucking gone, man. Promise you won't go there again. He seems so vehemently opposed to the idea of the Shanghai that I'm willing to lie a little in order to get to my room. Sure, I won't go there again. Or at least I won't ever tell you I've gone there again. This seems to mollify my bespectacled companion. Good. Sorry to come on so strong, but I know the danger there too well to let you just wander into the lion's den again. You got there alive once, but twice is pushing it. Yeah, well, I need to get changed and do homework, so I'll see you later. Huh? Oh, sure, whatever. I suddenly remember that I'm still holding his books. You'd better take these. I catch a glimpse of one of the titles. Something like cryptography? What a weirdo. Kenji grabs his precious cargo from me and disappears through his doorway. Open my own door and walk in, grateful to get out of my soaking wet clothes. Need to get out to the cafeteria to grab some dinner. Feeling a bit emotional after the meeting, which I don't know why. I haven't mean to ask, but why does Kenji look like Harry Potter? Don't know. But I know some fans sometimes refer to Kenji as Kenji Potter. I think Kenji does have a last name, or maybe he doesn't. I'd have to look at that again. Probably not, though. Oh, calm the frick down there, Paranoia Potter. Being outside picks up, and I find myself hoping that Emmy's not out running in this weather. Seems so adamant about doing the run alone. Can't help but wonder if her leg's still bothering her. Try to remember whether or not I've seen her limping at all today, but I can't. Guess I was too confident enjoying the day, even if it did rain on us. As I think back over the events of the day, finding myself focusing on my running partner. Her complete refusal to allow the rain to spoil her plans is incredibly cute. But there's something else there too. Sort of an unflappable attitude when it comes to enjoying the day as it comes. I really like that quality. Maybe I need to do a little of that myself. Kenji is the chosen one. Sound of my alarm brings me out of my dream involving pirates and some other stuff I can't really remember. I'm a little bleary-eyed. It feels like it takes me longer than usual to get dressed and down for the track. A glance at my watch reveals that I was right, and I am in fact running a little bit late. The thing is, there's no Emmy. That's odd. She should be here. She definitely should be here. I mean, I was late. I guess I wasn't the only one who had trouble getting up this morning. Thought crosses my mind that after it never quite stopped raining yesterday, did she go running anyway? I should have offered to run with her. Then I could have talked her out of the idea, or at least known that she was okay, but she got struck by lightning or something. I had never forgiven myself. Okay, that's probably a little stupid. Wish Telltale would have finished Batman before going under. Oh, they never finished Batman? That sucks. Anyways, for a resourceful girl, I doubt even she'd stay out of the thunderstorm. I trust her judgment on the matter, at least. Even so, I can't help wanting to know where she is. Well, nothing for it. Better stretch and run, and hope that Emmy shows up with a grin and an excuse. On my cooldown lap, I am forced to admit that Emmy isn't showing up. Furthermore, I have no idea where she is. Anxiety gnaws at me, while at the same time I wonder just why I'm so worried over her. It helped to take my mind off of it for a little while, but now that I'm finished, I'm back to worrying. It was weird not having her here. Downright unnerving. It only dawns on me that I've been feeling running to hang out with Emmy as much as I've been running to stay healthy. Probably more to be with Emmy now that I think of it. It's one of those things that are completely obvious, yet somehow I never realized it. Truly is someone I enjoy being with. As revelations go, it's hardly world-shaking. All the same, I find myself feeling slightly shocked. When did this happen? Well, time to think about this. Then I ponder this new development. I have a greater desire to find out what's happened to Emmy. I'll ask the nurse when I stop in to see him. And then on a decent note, but they said they were going to do at least one more season. Uh-oh. Kenji will remember that. Missed that one. Well, you seem to be in good shape, Hisao. That's good to hear. I replace my shirt and stand to leave, as usual. Except instead of leaving, I ask a question. Hey, where's Emmy? She didn't show up this morning. Is she okay? I try valiantly to conceal the anxiety in my voice. The nurse's expression suggests that I failed miserably. You mean she didn't tell you? She's sick in bed. What? Sick? The nurse shrugs. Yeah, she came to my office early this morning with a fever. To be honest, I'm surprised she made it here. She was burning up when she arrived. At least she planned to let you know, but she asked me to tell you. Oh, shoot. Nurse gives you a sheepish smile that seems to at least partially sincere. I told her I stopped by the track and to let you know in case you forgot to. Sorry about that. Oh, we don't have to tell Emmy I forgot, right? I returned the nurse's smile with a devious one of my own. Oh, of course not. This is fine blackmail material. I'll say it whenever I need a favor from you. Nurse laughs. Oh, I guess I deserve that. Let you know I got tons of blackmail on you that you're not even aware of. So don't push your luck, okay? That question earns another laugh from the nurse. I'm just kidding, I saw. But seriously, don't tell Emmy I forgot, okay? Your secret's safe with me. Oh good, now go on, get out of here. Wait, I got one more question. Shoot. Is she going to be okay? Oh yeah, definitely. Her fever was high, but it was already starting to go down by the time she came by my office. I'll probably check up on her again at lunch to be sure, but I expect she'll be up and about by the evening no matter what I tell her. Maybe I should visit her after class. Takes me a second to realize I've spoken aloud. Nurse raises an eyebrow and gives me a searching glance for a moment. That might not be a bad idea. You should let me know if she's taking a turn for the worse, I guess. But no funny business, you got? I know what meds you're on, after all. I think that's a threat against my life, but I'm not sure. Like 20 minutes in, and Protag-kun is already back to making his old mistakes. Either way, I should have nursed that my intentions are chaste. Chaste? Is that how you pronounce that? And exit the office. Interesting that the nurse sees me as some sort of potential suitor to Emmy. Even more interesting is how pleased that makes me feel. I need a shower. Lunch bell rings. I find myself disinclined to make my way up to the roof. After all, I'm betting Rin knows where Emmy is, and if that's the case, then I doubt she'd bother going up there. More to the point, I doubt we'd have any sort of scintillating conversation if she did. Chances are she preferred to be alone up there anyway, so don't accidentally ruin her train of thought or something. Pronounced chast. Chast. Thanks. Chast. Unfortunately, I don't really feel like heading to the cafeteria either. Guess I'll go to the library instead. I need a new book to read anyway. I finished my other one yesterday before bed. Then you can find more by the same author. I love libraries. They smell like dust and paper and ink. All these stories and facts and opinions crowded together in one place makes the air come alive with potential. Not sure how to navigate Yamaku's library yet, so I mostly stuck to books I brought with me. So I searched for the librarian to ask for help. I suppose she's not around. Can't believe it. Yuko, looking rather distracted, suddenly emerges from one of the aisles. Excuse me. Oh, can I help you? Actually, I was looking for a book. So am I. Advanced Cryptography. We just got in, and now it's gone missing. I really wanted to read that one. Cryptography? Yeah, that is... this guy I not sure how to describe it. Skip to the end. He got me interested in cryptography, only now the book's gone, and I think it's been stolen. Sounds pretty terrible. Yeah, especially because now I have to search the whole library for it. Even though it's probably not even here. You seem busy. A little. She dashes off down another aisle, and I resign myself to finding my own damn book. Damn, so much damn here. Plenty of choices. Now you're gonna ponder about Kenji? I think Kenji was the one that had it. Oh, come on, how did I get lost? There aren't even printed books, they're all in Braille. I guess that makes sense in a school like this, but honestly, it's a little annoying. I'm sorry, is someone there? Is someone there? Alright, I'm trying to do Scottish Lily. Lifting voice stares out from behind one of the cubicles set up for research. Flashbacks to the Tantarian. So I approach, I see that Lily's been reading a book while I've been stomping about the aisles. Oh no, I should be apologizing. Didn't mean to make you so much noise. Ma, is that you, Hisao? I haven't heard from you in quite some time. I was beginning to think you've forgotten all about me. Sorry. Lily laughs in that refined manner of hers and shakes her head. I'm only teasing you, lad. Hisao. Well, I hear you've been busy. Morning runs with Emi Ibaruzaki and lunch on the rooftop, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Guess word gets around pretty quickly. That and I can't coax poor Hanako on the roof anymore. You three are always out there, claiming the spot for yourselves. She chides me gently, though it's pretty clear she's just teasing me again. Still, I feel an odd need to apologize. Sorry, we could eat lunch somewhere else if it's a real problem. Oh no, I wouldn't worry about it. Hanako and I have other things to do at lunch too. Let's just read in the library, as you can see. Oh, Hanako's here too? I didn't see her. Lily smiles, a bit enigmatically. Oh, she's around here somewheres. I'm surprised, Hisao. You in here instead of up there. What brings you to the library? Well, Emmy's ill, so there's no lunch on the rooftop to keep me occupied. Lily raises an eyebrow at my statement before giving another chuckle. My, poor Rin must feel left out. It's not like that. But I'm sure it isn't. Emmy tends to be the life of whatever group she's in. It's a shame to hear she's fallen ill. Will she be okay? So I get the feeling that Lily's just inquiring out of politeness, but I respond anyway. BRB. Alrighty. There's things, though. I'm gonna swing by and see how she's doing after school myself. Another raised eyebrow. My, what a noble gentleman you are, Hisao. It's nothing really, just checking up on my friend after all. So it's just friends, is it? Disappointing. So we're locked in at this point, or could Protag do a last minute heel turn and end up with Lily or something? Once we end up on a route, we're stuck on it for life. Though there was one point during, I guess, Hanako's route, and I'm gonna say this with a little bit of spoilers, there was plans for you to, like, do a bit of Hanako's route, and then you had to switch to Lily's route, and then go back to Hanako's route to get her good ending. However, that became too complicated to do, so they scrapped that entire thing. So as it is, we're stuck with Emmy until we go back to the beginning. Just a little bit of development trivia. I blush, glad that Lily can't see it. But somehow she knows that I've been flustered over by her comment anyway, and laughs. I'm sorry, Hisao, I'm teasing you again. Please do tell Emmy that I hope she feels better, won't ya? I glance at my watch. It reveals that I'm nearly out of time to find my book. Of course. Hey, I gotta find a book before lunch is over, so I'd better get moving. Better get going. See you later. That was probably not the best phrase to use. Lily, however, takes my gaffe in stride. Until you meet again, Hisao. I hope my Scottish accent was at least passable. I'm not an expert. Probably switch to British at some point. Never do find the book I was looking for, but I got with something else instead. My stomach growls slightly, letting me know that I should have had something for lunch. Oh well. I'll grab something before I visit Emmy later. This is time decided to slow down for the express purpose of annoying the hell out of me. Class feels like it drags on for ages. That's good. I'm going to space out negative Rin out of 10. I suspect that my being consumed with worry probably has something to do with it. Blessedly, the bell rings and I dash out of the class, drawing a few raised eyebrows, I'm sure. I spent the majority of the day fretting as unobtrusively as I could. Even though the nurse thinks that Emmy is perfectly okay, I want to see for myself. Doesn't take long to get to the girls' dormitory and make my way to Emmy's room. Standing outside her door, I suddenly pause. What if she's resting? I hate to wake her up, especially if she's still feeling ill. Then again, if she sleeps all day, then it could throw her off her sleeping schedule. Rest is important if you're ill, isn't it? Can't decide what to do, so I settle for standing outside the door looking like an idiot. Then I hear Emmy's voice from behind the door. Thanks for your concern, but I really am okay. Is she talking to me? I'll see you at practice tomorrow. Guess not. Still, clearly she's not asleep, so I can knock without worry. So why this clenched feeling in my gut? I was nervous about dropping by the other day, so why today? Granted, I still haven't really had time to figure out this newfound interest in Emmy's well-being. I have a lot of experience in the matter, of course. Certainly this seems to go beyond feelings of mere friendship. But could I take that step? Can I even bring myself to risk what I have right now? I mean, it's enough to be friends with her, isn't it? Either way, should I just open the door and see how she's doing? That's why I came here, right? Well, she's not dressed yet. The image that flashes through my mind causes my heart to skip a beat, literally. I should probably not ever think about those thoughts again, not if I want to avoid a heart attack. I suddenly realize I'm standing in the hallway looking like an idiot. If there was a Kenji route, would that be considered a bad ending? I'd imagine so. Emmy still seems to be in the middle of a conversation, but I knock anyway. Hopefully she won't mind the interruption. You worry too much. Come in, the door is unlocked. So it is. I open the door and step in, just out where my thought process comes to a grinding halt. Emmy's sitting in her bed, her hair tasseled from a day spent asleep. I think this is the first time I've seen her without those familiar beads in her hair. Her gym shirt and bloomers, obviously hastily pulled on before I came in, are pressed and folded in less than a proper storage. Her legs lay bare on the sheets. Never seen Emmy without prosthetics before, and here she is, slender legs terminating in stumps that just below her knees. Well, as the sight is, I find myself more captivated by everything north of the waist. See that Emmy had finished her conversation with whoever was on the phone with her and is now watching my reaction closely out of her one open eye as she wipes the sleep from the other. Her expression, far from being embarrassed, is rather one of a surprisingly wide yawn, one perhaps appropriate from such a small mouth. A grin that for a brief moment seems almost flirty tugs at the corner of her mouth as she takes the sight of me in. I can do nothing but remain in a state of fluctuating between fear, confusion, and a little bit of lust. Emmy hastily sweeps her hair out of her eyes, fixing it back into place before addressing me. Oh, is she on the phone with her pants down? Good question. You seem a little bit off guard, Hisao. Wave of laughter rose from her, and I find myself grinning and rubbing the back of my head ruefully. Sorry, I just never seen someone so disheveled look so attractive. Never seen you without your legs on. Never seen you look so... sorry. Emmy giggles again, moves to sit up a little straighter. I caught up in the movement of her shirt, very nearly losing myself. I was wondering what your reaction would be. You just called and told me you were going to drop by, you see? And I know you haven't seen me, well, you know, without legs. I respond in a tone of casual surprise. Oh, you don't have them on? I didn't notice. This is almost the truth. I very nearly didn't. Not trying to be soft or anything, mind you, so I think Emmy would get offended by that. Instead, she sticks her tongue out at me and chucks a pillow at my head. Ass. I definitely catch the pillow and take careful aim before throwing. Emmy laughs and rolls to one side, dodging my shot, then the shifting of her shirt distracting me enough so that the next thrown pillow hits me right between the eyes. Ow! Oof! Aww! I retaliate, of course. Yeah! Once I retaliate twice, well, a war is bound to break out sooner or later. And really, when Emmy appears to have far better aim than me, well, it was just a matter of time before I had to resort to a suicidal charge. Gotcha! Double edge! Eep! Bam! Zack! Biff! Atlas! As the charge was accompanied, well, of course I had to wrestle the pillows away from her. That kind of struggle, of course we wind up in this sort of position. Protac couldn't deserve that. So I find myself staring down at her from my position atop her. She's grinning, eyes sparkling with amusement, maybe a little sweaty now from our tussle. Her chest is heaving up and down, sucking in air. A small bit of my brain that is not currently enraptured by the sight and the smell of her observes that she must still be ill because her stamina is not what it should be. Beautiful. We stay that way for a little while. Not sure how long, because everything seems to go fuzzy. Everything that isn't her, anyway. Her eyes meet mine, and deep inside them I almost catch a glimpse of... what? Fear? Longing? Hope? Emmy? Constantly convulses her, and I'm almost stumbling in my haste to get off to apologize for everything. Sorry, I shouldn't have... It's fine, it's fine. She gives me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. So, what brings you here? She's still breathing hard, and that causes her voice to shake slightly. I'm not doing a very good impression of someone sick. Well, before I was so rudely assaulted by pillows, I came to see how you were doing. Wham! This earns me another shove, and I very nearly fall for bed. Emmy's eyes sparkle again. I wonder how I never noticed how attractive they are before. Consumed with worry, were you? Her tone is mocking, haughty, teasing. Protag dies of phenomia 2 days later. Dang it. She throws her arm across her forehead dramatically, grin still apparent from underneath. Can't bear the thought of me laying deathly ill. As we both recover from our brief wrestling match, Emmy still appears to fall back on teasing me. Well, I wouldn't say consumed with worry, but after you didn't show up this morning like a total wuss. Emmy pouts, crossing arms petulantly and sticking her lower lip out. It's not my fault. Nurse wouldn't allow it. Sure he wouldn't. I completely believe you. Emmy sticks her tongue out again. This is a jerk, Hisao. So how's your day then? Did you enjoy slacking off? Not really. The phone woke me up pretty early on. The phone? Yeah, the captain of the team called to make sure I was doing okay. Also let me know that I was okay to skip practice. Good, at least she wasn't alone all day. Someone checked up on her. I can't help but think that it should have been me. Oh, that's good. He really keeps an eye on you, huh? Emmy shrugs. It's his job. Part of being the cat means you know where your teammate members are when they're not in school. Still, I guess it was nice of him to call, huh? Yep, sure was. Emmy yawns and shimmies down into a more comfortable position. So, how was your day? Kind of uneventful, you know. I went ahead and ran by myself and talked to the nurse about how you were doing. He ran her through the day's events, none of which are particularly engrossing. That's why I'm distracted by an arm finding its way across my waist. Seems that Emmy fell asleep while I was talking, so I drew her a blanket to cover us. She rolled over on her side, and now one leg is thrown over my legs, effectively trapping me. Emmy used arena trap. Hey. Seems ashamed to wake her, but I have things to do. I gently shake her, but in response she only tightens her arm's grip on me and sighs a little. My resistance to this position crumbles rather quickly. The feeling of her body breathing steadily is both calming and incredibly stimulating at the same time. My breathing cannot decide if it wants to relax or speed up. Relaxation wins, and I find myself putting an arm around Emmy. I think I'm in love. The words slip out and hang in the air unnoticed. At least I hope they got unnoticed. Emmy whimpers weakly through her dream, and her grip suddenly tightens again. First time since I've known her, I see tears running down Emmy's face. Feels like my heart is about to break. I instinctively tighten my own grip and stroke her hair in what I hope is a soothing manner. Words of comfort, being loose in this situation, spring to mind. Maybe I should wake her. Are you supposed to wake people having nightmares? Can't for the life of me remember. Decision is taken from me as Emmy suddenly jerks awake with a cry. Dad! This is more than I think I would want to hear without her knowing. I quickly sit upright and gently shake her shoulder to stir her. Hey, you okay? What a silly question. What? Hisao? shakes her head as if to clear it and quickly wipes her eyes. You had a nightmare, I think. Emmy shudders again and glances up at me a little cautiously, as if unsure whether or not she's actually up. Yeah, I guess so. You want to talk about it? A speedy eternal debate seems to be going on her head, which quickly resolves itself with a shrug. I don't really remember much of it. Pretty sure she's lying to me, but somehow I don't think I should press the issue. Emmy shudders again and turns towards me, looking a little sheepish. Sorry for falling asleep on you like that. I keep my voice as soothing as I can. Hey, don't worry about it. You've been ill. Yeah, I guess that cold medicine just made me a little drowsy. I guess so. Emmy does not strike me as the sort of person who'd fall asleep on the drop of a hat. Rin, maybe, but Emmy's far too energetic. Emmy gives a half smile at my response, and then just says that she's back to her old self. And just like that, she's back to her old self. Well, prepare yourself for tomorrow morning, Hisao. We'll have to go twice as hard to make up for today. But I went running this morning. No excuse. Oh, fine, I'll be ready for you. Emmy nods, satisfied. Good. I take this as my cue to exit. Well, I'd better get going, unless you want to get enough sleep for tomorrow. I hop off bed and head for the door. Hey, Hisao. I pivot neatly on my heel and face Emmy. She opens her mouth to say something, and then another first, I see her falter slightly. She closes her mouth and opens it again. Thanks. For dropping by, I mean. You're kind of the first visitor I've ever had who wasn't Rin. That's surprising. I'd figured that Emmy's had people dropping by all the time. She's certainly popular enough, or so I thought. Always talking to people in the hallways. Emmy hesitates again. And thanks for staying around after I... well... Look of pain floats across her face. You know. It helped. She brightens back up and waves cheerily at me. See you tomorrow! Yeah, see you later. He's about to exit the door when something makes me turn around again. Hey, Emmy. Anytime you need to talk, let me know, okay? Emmy seems taken back by this offer. Her grin gets even wider. Sure thing, Hisao. See you in the morning. Exit Emmy's room with my head in a whirl. Should I have even left? Was she really okay? I want to turn around and march back down the hallway, open the door and tell her I love her, tell her that I think she's beautiful, tell her that I'll be there when she needs me. I want to stay with her, to hold her close as she falls back to sleep. How many nights has she woken up like that? Only to find that nobody's there. I want to be that person that she can be with when that happens. It's a silly thought, I know. We don't know each other that well, do we? The whole idea, while exhilarating, also makes me worry. Worry perhaps that I overstepped my bounds. Now to add to my troubles, it seems like if Emmy herself has already had an interest in someone else. This track captain of hers who seems so interested in her well-being. True, I've only seen the two of them together a few times. That doesn't change the fact that they've been better suited to one another. There's really nothing to be done about that. I need to take my mind off this whole situation. I got homework to do. Maybe that'll distract me. Now to read the comments I missed. Well, if you want to be punched in the face, do you wake someone up from a nightmare? Not the correct form of heel turn. Hisao is now Incineroar. That restlessness had left me feeling fairly groggy this morning. More pirate stuff. That's the previous day keep intruding upon my mind. Really want there to be a Trek Captain ending. Protacon deserves it. Memory of how Emmy felt against me. Memory of our wrestling match. Most bothersome, the memory of her nightmare. She was in so much pain. Can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. Sharon was shockingly awake with hot water. Awake, but still worried. What will happen today? Things just go back to normal? End of the episode, back to the status quo? Or is a connection yesterday? Something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship? Not even been so bad? My mind goes back to look at Emmy's eyes after our pillow fight. It almost seemed like she was daring me to go on. Almost. I can't know for sure. Anyway, the track captain's probably first in her affections. Yeah, I say that, I was already snorting derisively. I was looking for an excuse. Reason for everything to go wrong. A reason to not try. As if we'd seen the two of them together outside the track practice. He's clearly never visited Emmy. He's never visited. Emmy said as much herself. If they were close, surely he'd visit. I'm such a wuss. I'll just go for it anyway. Damn the consequences. That's what Emmy would do, I think. Hell, I know that's what she'd do. Which is partially why I'm convinced there's no interest on her end. She hasn't acted either. Maybe because this track captain, also she's got a bit of an unrequited crush thing going on. Who'd be able to clarify their relationship? It sure as hell can't be Emmy. She'd probably just laugh and ask why I wanted to know. I'm not ready for that answer yet. Rin would probably just give me some cryptic answer or something. Then with my luck, she'd just ask Emmy, who'd ask me why I wanted to know, and I've already covered that problem. I wonder... Can I get away with asking the nurse? Seems pretty protective of Emmy. Not sure he knows something was up. He loves me for not letting Emmy know he forgot to tell me about her being ill, so he'll keep quiet. When he asks me why I want to know, though, I could shake him off, just say I'm curious as a friend. He'll buy that, won't he? Of course. That's settled then. After the run, I'll talk to him while Emmy's waiting outside the office. Still sign of Emmy when I arrive at the track. Is she still too ill? I decided to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early, and she was ill yesterday, so she takes a while to show up. It shouldn't be surprising. Still, I'd hate for just waste my time, so I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. But I went too far yesterday. Oh, she doesn't come because she's embarrassed. What if... You're early again, Hisao! I'm impressed. Just like that, I feel some of the tension leaving my body. Rotak-kun sucks at 4D shower chest. Everything seems to be bright and cheerful as usual. No sign that she was even ill the other day, much less had a less than respectful sleep. Still, I have to ask. Sleep well last night? It's just a throwaway question. Small talk. Sort of thing people ask when they bump into the cafe while getting their morning coffee. Not for us. At least, not for me. Don't know if Emmy realizes that I'm actually concerned about how well she slept last night, but the question does give her pause. After a short moment of what seems like her genuinely pondering this, she nods. Yep, sure did. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or were you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Emmy grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? Pfft, am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Emmy laughs at my bravado, and we take off running. Time to rock and roll. I keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. I still feel dead at the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. Emmy is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Hisao. You're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. This last line is delivered with such a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. Oh, how exciting. Emmy begins to run her sprints, so I take a cool down lap. She's really pushing herself today. By the time I'm done with my lap, she's laying across one of the bleachers, looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing a little too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, you'll recall. Emmy gives an annoyed snort and sits up. Bah, I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know. good run always gets the kinks out, you know. There's the mine, too. Oh? Emmy nods vigorously. Yep, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. She's not explaining further, and I don't ask. I suspect I know the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something's bothering her. Maybe the nightmare, maybe something else. But it's not my place to pry. She'd tell me if she wanted me to know. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea. The sincerity in her voice confirms my suspicion. The only problem is, even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted to know, I still want to know. Something on your mind, then? It doesn't seem surprised by my question. Instead, she shrugs. Nah, that's nothing worth getting worried about. Seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as she's convincing me. Oh, I'll have to ask if yesterday's results were her current state of mind, but think better of it. Too much risk of her taking the question the wrong way. Besides, I'm not even sure myself what to think about yesterday. Really, I can only get about as far as how it felt to have Emmy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Having her before me now, covered in sweat and looking wryly at me, she's making it difficult to think. What did I miss? Oh, did you reload? You missed Emmy going fast, and now Hisao debating if he should ask, I guess, Emmy about what happened yesterday. I had to step away for a few minutes. Oh, I think I gave you the good rundown. Yeah, I hear you. We better hurry to see the nurse. We're running short on time. Look at the time! Aren't we always? Emmy laughs at this, a dry chuckle that seems most un-Emmy-like. Too true. For a brief moment, looks old, worn down by some old hurt. Just like yesterday, I can almost see her shouldering the burn and straightening up slightly. Then she's back to being Emmy again. Come on then, Hisao, race ya! With a sudden smile, she darts off. Hey, no fair! I take off after her, knowing I won't catch her, but not caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I'll still run after her. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, look who's finally shown up. Yeah. Do your victory while you can. Emmy grins as the nurse pokes his head out the door. Well, there you are. Come on in, Hisao. Well, it's going a familiar routine by now. He checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. A bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, I kinda raced Emmy here. Nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. He's in to whisper at me in a conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. I reeled back in mock surprise. Really? She never mentioned it before. Do a sure laugh. Did she do okay today? Clothes seemed to bother her? Why don't you ask her? He rolls his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she'll tell me that she didn't have any problems regardless of whether or not she did. So I'm asking you because you're her friend and would probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, it makes a lot more sense. Seemed pretty good today, a little more tired than usual. She was already feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so not that surprised. Nurse nods, though I notice he tenses slightly when I mentioned yesterday's visits. Well, that's good to hear. I figure it's just a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from colds and the like. Hey, speaking of Emmy, are she and the track captain, well, you know. Look of suspicion crosses his face. Why do you ask? Well, they seem kind of close, and I was just curious, you know. Never ask her, because that'd be kind of embarrassing. So far so good, not to really sell it. Besides, I think they make a cute couple. There's Lass. I don't suppose you're the first to think that. I think I can say with some certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Yep. Not that I can tell you, of course. Confidentiality and all that. There's pauses for a moment. Yes. Yeah, right, you're just holding a secret over my head. That too. Right, get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at this last statement and head out the door, motioning Emmy to go in. The whole time, I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. The two of them will never do anything like that. That's precisely the sort of thing I wanted to hear. I have intended to take some sort of a move on Emmy right up now, but I think the nurse would probably disapprove. Besides, I still don't know how exactly Emmy feels about me. I mean, it's obvious that she cares about me as a friend. There's something more than that. I can't be certain. Even so, I can't but feel hopeful. Need to figure out a good time to tell Emmy exactly how I feel. That puzzle should keep me occupied for the rest of the day, at least. Time for a puzzle. Rooftop is completely deserted. Normally I could count on Rin to be up here before me, but she's strangely absent. Wonder if she decided to accompany Emmy to the cafeteria for once. That seems pretty unlikely. That's all I can think of right now. Probably wants to go look for Rin, but a far larger part of me is too pleased with the way the sun feels on my skin to care. I pick idly at my lunch while I wait for Emmy and Rin to show up. They never did. It does not take long for me to hear the sounds of someone coming up the stairs. Wait till the door begins to open before talking. Took you long enough. Keeping me waiting for you, honestly. Two of you are. Huh? Well, that's odd. Nurse slinks slightly out the door with an STD chart in disapproval. Well, the person standing in the doorway is Emmy, who looks mildly confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me, you know, Emmy. You run in the mornings. She grins and I feel my heart jump slightly in my chest at the sight. Yes, I knew that. I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Emmy's grin is replaced by a rather guilty-looking expression. Yeah, about that. We won't be hearing from her ever again. I kinda, sorta, gave her my cold. Oh dear. Am I at risk too? It makes sense, after all. Amy and I were in close contact the other day. Raised specifically for Emmy. E-M-I, Emmy Ibarazaki. So what did she and Rin do that got her ill? Steady on, old lad. Don't go down that road. Rin's just probably got a worse immune system than me. Annie seems shocked by my comment, like she didn't consider that before. I hope not. I feel terrible if you'll get ill all because of me, Hisao. Oh man, I think I feel a fever coming on. Ugh. Annie looks horrified and then quickly shifts into a more angry expression. Hisao! You stop getting sick this instant! I won't have it! Impulsively, she seizes me by the collar. Are you listening to me, Hisao's immune system? Get your ass in gear! I give a smart salute. Duly noted, ma'am. Annie sits back and nods, satisfied. Good. You're not allowed to miss any of our morning runs, after all. But you missed a morning run. Annie crosses her arm and looks at me haughtily. Yes, but that's a special case. It was me, and not you. That's not an explanation at all. Annie looks flabbergasted. You're kidding, right? That explanation makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. It's a bland doubled standard. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Oh, fine. Emmy seems pleased by her victory. Anyway, is Rin going to be okay? She's not terribly ill, right? Emmy shakes her head. Nope, she'll be fine. I got her some cold medicine that should help her. Although I probably should have made sure she didn't try to take them all at once. She's done it before, you know. Somehow I don't find this all that surprising. I doubt Rin is one to pay attention to maximum dosages and such. You should probably check in on her later, just to make sure. Emmy shrugs. I'll stop by after practice. She'll be fine until then. I nod, figuring that line of conversation is over. The only problem is, I don't know what else to talk about. So, got any more track meets coming up? This is a terribly roundabout way of trying to see if she's free on the weekend. If she's free, maybe I can ask her out on a date or something. Well, assuming I can get myself to actually form the words. Amy shakes her head. Nah, not for another couple of weeks, I think. The season's winding down. Oh yeah, I came right in the middle of things, didn't I? Does that mean exams are coming up soon? I should probably look into that. Rin gets addicted to crack. Bad ending. What do you do on weekends if there's not meat? Eyebrow goes up, and Emmy gets a teasing look on her face. You're awfully inquisitive today, aren't ya? I shrug and hope it looks casual. Just making conversation. You don't know what it's like to be a track star, after all. Flattery. She raises a hand idly. I'm not actually that good, you know. You just so happen to see me on a good day is all. You liar. Yeah. But humility is the sign of a good athlete. At least that's what my dad used to say. She shrugs and tries unsuccessfully to hide the rather troubled expression her face has taken on. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Emmy starts to deny it, then sighs in defeat. Wonder if she's too tired from being sick to get herself to deny it like usual, or if she actually just trusts me enough at this point to open up. Well, you remember last night? Do I ever? I settle for nodding, however. That's not the first time that's happened to me. Actually, I get them kind of... She pauses as if it suddenly occurred to her what she's doing. It's almost like she's breaking some sort of personal rule here. But she starts off again, choosing words carefully. Well, not often, but on occasion. It's one of those weeks when that's what happens. A sigh escapes her, and she looks terribly frustrated. I reach over and give her a hug, which unlike last time, doesn't seem to shock her. Instead, she seems to relax as my arms wrap around her. We stay that way for a while. Hey, you know I was serious last night. You really can't talk to me if stuff like this is bothering you. It's always difficult to do this sort of thing solo, you know. Emmy smiles and breaks the embrace, but stays leaning on my shoulder. Thanks, Hisao. I'll be fine, I think. I can already see her reassembling herself, getting ready to bottle it all up again. Guess that topic's closed now. So hey, given any more thought to that career survey? Can't say I have. I don't tend to plan very far ahead, you know. Although I suppose I could at least start looking into college, huh? I shrug. I suppose, unless you were serious about that pirate thing. Last I checked, pirates didn't have much of a need for universities. Unless there's like a pirate university out there somewhere. Emmy giggles and starts to look a little like her old self, but there's a new element to her expression. Impish, that's how I describe it. Emmy looks impish, looking up at me with her head nestled into my shoulder. Would you come with me if I ran off to be a pirate? Of course I would. Who in the right mind would pass up the opportunity to be pirates with you? Well, when you put it that way, I'm not sure. She giggles again. My heart seems to have sped up, probably due to Emmy's proximity to me. The hint of strawberries again. Can't help but grin as I gaze down at her. She's happy again. Hey, Hisao. If you're gonna kiss me, you should probably do it soon. I think the lunch bell's about to ring. Not grind to a sudden halt. I'm pretty sure my mouth is hanging open in shock. All I can manage is a strangled, huh? This amuses Emmy even more. You were thinking about, weren't you? She sits up, bringing her face level with mine. I'd probably enjoy it, you know. You're a really... well... She really composes herself, looking like she's about to say something important. If you can't figure it out by now, I think I developed a bit of a crush on you. You're gonna have to do something about that. This time her grin short-circuits several important thought processes. At some point, I turned toward her, and at another point, her arms moved to around my neck. Yet another, my arms wrapped around her waist. I'll be damned if I could tell precisely when that happened. Because at that moment, there's only a voice in the back of my head yelling at me to kiss her. I look into Emmy's eyes. There it is. The thing I saw yesterday on the bed, it's there again. It only strikes me that she's worried that I'll reject her. What a silly worry for her to have. Her lips taste faintly of strawberries. She leans to the kiss, and her arms tighten around the back of my head, making sure that I don't pull away. Not that there was any danger of that. There's a churning feeling in my gut. The world falls away. There's just me and her and this bench. My arms tighten, drawing her waist closer, entranced by the feel of her. I inhale her scent, my mind trying desperately to memorize everything about how she tastes, how she smells, and how she feels. The ringing of the bell snaps us both back to reality, and we break the kiss. Amy's cheeks are slightly flushed, which seems to be catching her breath. In her defense, so am I. We stand there for a few moments, trying to wrap our heads around what we've just done. Amy's the first to break the silence. So... wanna grab dinner after I'm done with practice? What a coincidence. I was about to ask you the same thing. Well, actually, I suppose it was going to be some kind of proper date on the weekend or something. Mother thought was there, I think. Amy gives me a playful shove. Yeah, right. You're still in shock from how incredibly awesome I am at kissing. We begin to head down the stairs back to our respective classrooms. Hey, I didn't see you talking immediately afterwards either. That I didn't. See you after practice, Hisao. She uses it quickly to give me a quick kiss in the middle of the hallway, sending me into another brief state of mental freefall. As into my classroom, a giggling Misha greets me. My He-chan, you romantic you. Did you confess on the rooftop? Did you? Actually, I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Young love is so unpredictable, isn't it? This being Misha, I suppose I should have expected her to tease me over this. I guess. Where I can finally respond, Muto enters the room and Misha skips off to her seat, giggling all the while. And if she's looking to go pro and become a privateer, then she'd still need the education. I suspect that I'll get a lot of that sort of conversation now, especially seeing as how Emmy kissed me right in the middle of the hall. But somehow, I don't care about that. First time since arriving here, my heart feels light. Act 3, Perspective. Alright, so I'm on the beginning of Act 3. Should I continue or should I stop here? I'm gonna save anyway, though. It is science. I guess I should have put it in the chat. I don't know how delayed the chat is. My bad. Well, I guess I can still do that though. There. Protect-kun, you silly beta male. This is a harem anime. Kenji beat you. Sure, I should continue? Alrighty, let's continue. I see the chat's pretty delayed. Damn. Ah, Protect. I already read that. I guess I was trying to do it better in a Misha voice. My head. Kenji? What? That guy doesn't even like women. Ah! My head's in a spin all throughout Motoa's class. I just wrote slow. Oh, okay. Ah, wasn't sure. My head's in a spin all throughout Motoa's class. Thank goodness you aren't too far back. Don't apologize, Zane. I wasn't aware. So it's all good. My head's in a spin all throughout Mutoa's class. I'm going to have dinner with Emmy, who wants to be my girlfriend no less. A date. And then she kissed me. That kiss, I keep going back to it, playing it over my mind again and again. Everything about that moment felt so right. I'm just off, lost in thoughts of Emmy. Not singing Lost in Thoughts all alone. Nakai? Hello. He's drifted a bit too far. Huh? What? Egad, you contracted some kind of amnesia. Someone get the nurse! The class chuckles at Motoa's antics. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again and all that, right? Exactly. Motoa brightens considerably. Well, lovely to hear. I hate to have my star pupil slacking off after all. I'm doing well, but I hardly qualify as a star pupil, I think. Fairly certain that this class is the sort that everyone does well in, just memorizing formulas. Finally, bootleg Dogma has returned. True to my word, I managed to pay close attention to the rest of the class. He's only been mentioned, but only now has he returned. And then he left just as soon as... Oh, never mind, he's back. Nakai, may I have a word with you? Oh, Dojima. Wonder if I'm in trouble for earlier. Sure. Am I in trouble? Motoa looks genuinely confused for a moment. Beg your pardon? He tilts his head to one side and thinks for a moment. Oh, that. No, you're not in any sort of trouble. There's just a question I want to ask you. What's that? Nothing terrible. I'm just wondering what your plans for after graduation are. Are you going to university? Yeah, I guess. I can't really see a reason not to go. Given any thought to what you'll study? Not really, no. I figure I'll come up with something when I get there. Mutoa laughs. Taking things as they come, eh? I'd argue against it. That's how I did things when I went to university. Well, not really. I knew I'd go into science, just wasn't sure which one. I ended up with physics, but could tell they're just gonna have... But could just as well gone for astronomy or what have you. Actually, I did go for chemistry first, but there are all sorts of things. Mutoa trails off and frowns slightly. Takes a minute for him to recover his train of thought, and I wait patiently for him to continue. So anyway, I did a lot of physics as well, because I had an interest in that, but I wasn't sure if it was for me. So I went back to chemistry, and here we are. Yes. He smiles at me enthusiastically, as if waiting for me to confirm that, yes, here's where we are. So I get the feeling that Mutoa has a plan for this conversation, but I'll be damned if I can figure it out. I'm sorry I'm not following you. Mutoa frowns and rubs his chin a bit, looking perplexed, then snaps his fingers as if he remembered what the point of all this was. Right, yes, you. Me? Yes, you should look into studying one of the sciences. Motai-kun is keeping Operation Sail the High Seas under wraps for now. You're fantastic at it. Unless you'd rather just go into math. Mutoa makes a sour face. Not a big fan of straight math. Always like the experiments more than the proofs. You're saying I should study science at university? Mutoa seems thrown off balance by my question. Well, sort of. You also join the science club. Science! Real science! Trouble is, there's not actually a science club. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Sorry. But there could be. You could even be a charter member. A founding father. Of course, you need to find other members. Well, only if you want to. We could just start up with just the two of us. And, I could give you things to read, and we could talk about them. There, and I can help you get ready for the university as such as well. I think Muto is looking for a Muto Jr. Wait. Muto rummages around his briefcase and tosses me a book. Let's protect Kun to commit to a little science. Read that. If it's interesting, then we can talk about it. A brief history of time. I don't know if I actually want to read this, but Muto seems pretty excited about it. What's it about? Time, space, space-time, black holes and such. It's not that dense, just to see if that sort of thing's interesting for you. You understand. Hang around after class, and we can either discuss it, or I can show you how to make explosives in the lab. Here's a hand at my quizzical expression. Joking, sorry. Still, I kept you here long enough for now. Think about science as a career path, Nakai. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, I will. Thank you for the book. I leave the classroom and look up to the clock. Quite a chunk of time to kill until Emmy's out of practice. Guess I'll give this book a look. I should probably shower as well. Showering before a date's only proper, right? I head back for the dorms. Where am I supposed to meet Emmy anyway? Surprised we didn't bump into Kenji. She said after practice, but she didn't say where I should find her. Guess I can just swing by the track. That's probably best anyway. She needs a shower. I can just wait for her in her room or something. Or in the hallway, I guess. That would be better as well. I take a quick shower, remembering to take my medication once I hop out. Remember, Protagon, a black hole is a giant orange round singularity, not a waifu. Don't get the two mixed up. Now, for a look at this book. Oh, we're like skipping a day. I think this usually plays when we're like skipping a day. Now we go to start. Shit, what time is it? I glanced at the clock and realized I've been asleep for nearly an hour. Thank goodness. Anyways, practice should be finishing up soon. Alright, it's just a fake out. I'll throw on some casual clothes and head for the track. Somehow I get the feeling we won't be doing anything fancy for dinner. It doesn't strike me as a very fancy sort of person. Still, I suppose there's a lot I have yet to know about Emmy. Despite our newfound closeness, I still feel like I don't know her as well as I should. Oh well, I have lots of time to fix that. To be honest, I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. So caught in my own thoughts that I hardly registered that I'm already at the track. Emmy's nowhere to be found. I don't even see any signs of the track team. This could be embarrassing. Wait, give me a second. Well, I'll make sure. Alright, yep, we got that clicked on. Just wondering. It's just a thought that occurred to me. Turn to head towards the girls' dormitory when I hear a shout. Hey, Hisao! Turn around to see Emmy making a beeline for me with a gym bag slung over her shoulder. He changes to some decidedly more casual clothing, a pair of shorts, and an olive green top. Her running blades have been replaced by more realistic-looking legs that probably wouldn't fool anyone. He doesn't seem to care about that, a fact which makes me smile. Hey, you came! I mean, I figured you would, but still. I suddenly find myself wrapped in a rather affectionate hug, and it proves to be impossible for me to keep what must be the world's largest grin off my face. Well, of course I came. I'd be crazy not to, right? Emmy ponders for a moment. You know, that's true. I mean, I am pretty amazing after all. I shrug in response. I certainly think so. It's an offhand remark, which is why I'm surprised to see that it seems to have caught Emmy by surprise. She blushes and smiles warmly at me before planting a kiss on my lips. Now it's my turn to be surprised. Emmy steps back, resting her weight on her back heel, looking pleased with herself. My brain fumbles for an appropriate response. Ellipses. I should compliment you more often. Emmy laughs and gives me a playful shove. Jerk. I throw an arm around Emmy's shoulders and I'm pleased when she immediately leans into me as if it was the most natural thing in the world. So, where to? I'm not exactly sure. Why do people go on dates around here anyway? Protacone would be one of those creepy, I just want to get to know you guys on the internet if he wasn't the protagonist of a visual novel. Probably true. That's a damned good question. I got no idea. Now we just head down to the Aura Mart and grab something portable. Behold the power of Aura! Anyway, Space brightens at this idea. A picnic? I think you're onto something, Hisao. Emmy snakes her arm around my waist and we begin to head for the front gate. Entirely unsure of what I meant to do in this situation, at least Emmy seems to be equally clueless. Besides the relaxing feeling of being with Emmy, I still can't help feeling a little bit tense. What if I do something wrong? I hate to make an ass out of myself. The trip to the Aura Mart is accompanied by Emmy's chatter about how practice went. Dang, if I knew this is the Aura Mart, maybe I'd probably have put Lucario somewhere in here. You know, just for humor. I keep quiet for the most part, really enjoying the warmth of being around Emmy. We get a few odd looks from passerbys, but I don't mind. We end up buying some bread instant noodles, realizing too late that we cannot actually cook the latter in the park. Damn. Oh well, he'll make for lunch or something. That'll work. The park is located after a brief loss of direction that I blame entirely on Emmy. She, of course, blames me. We find a spot beneath the tree and sit down. I lean back against the trunk. Emmy sits across from me. Guess I should have thought I brought a blanket or something to sit on, huh? Emmy shrugs. I don't mind. Neither do I. Welcome to the Aura Mart. We only sell old gloves and chocolate bars. Emmy tosses me a package of bread and we dig in. Curry bread. Interesting. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what I grabbed in the store. Speaking of bread, I forgot to buy some bread when I went to the store today. Ugh. That was one of the main reasons I went up to the store. Hey, I saw. You look like your bread's a little spicy. I shake my head, trying in vain to keep an image of manliness. Nah, it's hardly spicy at all. I see. That's why your face has gotten so red. Yes, exactly. Lack of spices has, gotten my blood up. Because of the disappointment. Emmy laughs and swallows the last of her bread. Well, if you can handle it, I'll be glad to take it off your hands. Hey, just because you wolfed down yours so quickly doesn't mean I'm just going to give you mine. Emmy mock pouts, causing me to nearly choke on my bread with laughter. Aw, come on, Hisao. Aren't you supposed to be concerned with making sure I got enough to eat now? We're dating, you know. Though, Emmy looks troubled all of a sudden. I can't say I feel any different. What do you mean by that? What makes this a date? It's just what we would have done anyway, really. We should feel different because before when we had lunch we were friends, and now we're a level above friends. You sound like Ren. Laughter escapes and Emmy grins. Well, she might have put the thought into my mind. We talked about that sort of thing before. Really? About me? Not really. Just stuff, really. Rin thinks that the change of a label from friend to girlfriend seems arbitrary most of the time. Like there's no difference between the two. I can think of at least one, you know. You don't tend to kiss your friends quite as much. For a second time that day, Emmy blushes slightly and giggles. I suppose you're right. Exactly, I'm always right about things like this. Emmy rolls her eyes and chuckles. Heh, guess you're pretty smart, huh? I nod in agreement. Yep. Even Matoa thinks so. Thinks I should go into some scientific study after graduation. Emmy raises an eyebrow. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm thinking I actually might just do that. Really, the more I consider the idea, the more it appeals to me. Science! I make a mental note to look into it a little bit more closely. So, what do you think you're doing after graduation? Still planning on running? Emi shrugs, seeming almost a bit hesitant. I don't know. If I'm good enough, I can find a team, I guess? I mean, you aren't sure? I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. Really? Probably should, you know. Graduation isn't that far off. Emi fidgets a little nervously. Yeah, well, it's far enough, right? Why bother today when you can put off till tomorrow? Besides, I got other things to think about. There's a mischievous flash behind Emi's eyes, and I suddenly find myself gloriously pinned against the tree. Looking sure this is a real date, right? And if we don't kiss, then it's not a date at all, right? I suppose. Strawberries and curry, not the best combination, but I don't think I mind. Emi sits back on my legs and grins again. There, science would approve, right? I had the oddest mental image of Muto nodding seriously and making a mark on some checklist. I got up laughing at the idea. Oh, I admit, this is the first time I ever witnessed a kiss met with laughter before. Should I feel offended? No. I'm sure science approves. Emi beams at me, and I find it increasingly difficult to keep my brain functioning properly. Oh, good! At this point, I notice that Emi has stolen the remainder of my curry bread while I was otherwise occupied with images of teachers wielding clipboards. Hey! Emi tries to look innocent, but considering she's just crammed the last bits of my bread into her mouth, it does not appear to be working. Thief! Looks like my companions all get in response. You used your feminine wiles on me! I wasn't that hungry anyway, but I still feel that the point needs to be made. Science does not approve of protacon. Emi seems confused by the phrase feminine wiles, but the understanding dawns on her features after a moment's thoughts. Wasn't anything of the sort. You were laughing. Feminine wiles don't involve laughing. I guess I can't argue with this. That's a change of theory. Emi laughs at my injured tone and gives me a playful shove. Fine, you can have the instant noodles. Are you kidding? That's just terrible. If anything, you should definitely eat it as punishment. There are laughing the girls sitting on my legs, both of which have fallen asleep by now. I twitch one leg to try to wake it up, which is then the unintended effect of unbalancing Emi, who falls to the side with a startled eep. Emi's dead. Oops, sorry about that. Legs fell asleep on me. Emi remains on the ground, giggling. I stand up a little shakily, feeling the nerves of my legs return to normal. My eyes wander over the scenery before fixing on the figure of Emi, who has yet to get up. Her hair is sprawled out around her head, her arms are spread, and laughter is bubbling up to her mouth. Everything about Emi seems condensed into this one image. Beatrice wakes up with a cold shiver running down his spine. Her energy, her spirit, her childish giggling. Urge lay down in the grass as it arises swiftly from the back of my mind to the forefront of my thoughts, and indeed I am convinced that I would love to do nothing more than just do that. Fortunately, the sun has set, and it's probably time for us to get back to the dormitories. Well, Emi may be having to stay out here all night. I don't think I have that ability. Besides, homework soon beckons. Wouldn't it make sense to start thinking about things like university and then slack off, wouldn't it? I extend a hand to help Emi up. We should probably get going. Emi makes a sour face. You're right. She grabs my pre-offered hand, and I pull her to her feet and into a hug. This time I'm the one who kisses her, unable to resist having Emi against me. Seems ashamed to leave, you know? Yeah, it does. If we don't get back to the school soon, we'll probably get into trouble. Emi pokes me in the ribs playfully. And you need to do your homework, I'm sure. Sadly, you're absolutely right. I throw my arm around her shoulders and we make the trek back to the school, accompanied by the occasional bouts of laughter as our conversation jumps from subject to subject. Everything from running to school to this particular way that one of the cafeteria workers smells. All too soon we find ourselves outside of the girls' dormitory building. Well, I guess I'll be going then. I guess so, huh? Emmy grins at me again with that mischievous look. Are you going to be able to survive without me? I laugh. I'm sure I'll manage. How terrible! I was supposed to say something like, I'll be counting the seconds you are away. I don't think so. Emmy pulls me down into a quick goodbye kiss and then steps back, looking unexpectedly shy. Thanks for dinner. I really had fun. Honestly, I did. So did I. I think we shall have to do it again sometime. Emmy laughs at my deadpan delivery and nods. We should do this again sometime. See you bright and early tomorrow morning, right? You gotta run out that bread after all. Of course, despite the fact that you ate most of it. Yes, despite that. See you later, Hisao. As Emmy turns to head inside, I notice something weird. Something so weird that I'm surprised I didn't notice it earlier. She's limping slightly, favoring the left leg. Hey, Emmy! Is your leg okay? Emmy looks confused, or at least fakes confusion. What are you talking about? Your right leg, you're limping. There's a brief flash of concern on Emmy's face. Either she didn't want me to know, or she didn't think I'd notice, or I prefer to think she just didn't realize it. Something about that moment made me wince for a second. What moment was that? Don't mind me asking. Oh, that? She shrugs casually. I must have gotten knocked a little out of alignment during the picnic. No idea what could have caused that, of course. I think back to being pinned under the tree. You should have told me. You could have stopped and fixed it, you know? Emmy waves a hand airily. Nah, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it, okay, Hisao? It's fine. I get the feeling that she's convincing herself as well as me. You do mind? Sorry. Okay, sorry. Do we press Emmy, or do we let it rest? Are you absolutely sure? You want to go ahead and adjust it before heading up the stairs? You could get hurt if you don't, right? I said it was fine, Hisao. Seriously, don't worry about it. I got some experience in these matters after all. Yeah, I suppose so. Emmy grins reassuringly. Honestly, Hisao, I appreciate the concern, but really, I'm okay. Not really, I need to get going. Your attempts to keep me around are doomed to fail. Of course. Just prolonging the goodbye, I suppose. Another grin lights up Emmy's face. Good night, Hisao. Good night. As she limps inside, I find myself hoping she's okay despite her assurance that she's fine. I think I can recall this as a successful first date. Hell, any day that ends with Emmy pinning me under a tree to kiss me can't be bad, can it? I head back to my room, mentally thank the gods that Kenji doesn't ambush me in the hallway, and get started on my homework. The morning is far too early for my tastes. This helped that I had trouble sleeping last night. There's simply too many things to think about. My mind refused to slow down. Instead, I played the rooftop, the park, and everything else over and over in my mind. There's a small part of my mind that's still paranoid that this has all been some kind of joke. Then I'll meet with Emmy at the track, and she'll act like nothing happened yesterday. Pushing these thoughts to the back of my mind, I throw on my running clothes and open the door. Emmy's waiting with me with her usual smile. You're late? Or at least you're not early today. Are you tired or something? I find myself ruefully rubbing the back of my head. I told you, Protag-kun, Kenji's now currently waiting in the shadows while you drag your feet. Something like that, yeah. Lots to think about and all that. And he giggles at my mild understatement. Yeah, I didn't sleep that well either. I'm actually glad you weren't early, because I wasn't early either. More than the same thing kept us awake. The image of her weeping face passes through my mind. What kept you up? Emi's expression falters, but she quickly notices my curiosity and forces a smile. Nothing important. She's obviously not telling me something. The question is, should I press the issue? Something's clearly been bothering her for a while. I want to help her, but would it just come off as me being nosy? She's gotta know I care about her, though. Are you sure? Something's bothering you. I'm here to help you sort it out. Emi laughs, then, but it's not her usual laugh. There's an edge to it that seems almost bitter. Sort it out? Not sure it can be sorted out, Hisao. An almost grim smile crosses her lips. It's like a smile of resignation. I don't think you could help me anyway. That hurts. I don't want to say that hurts to her, but it does. Doesn't she realize I want to be there for her when things go wrong? Well, I won't push you on the matter. I'm here for you if you decide later that you'd like to talk about it. It might help. I can see the debate raging inside Emi's eyes. Seems like she wants to tell me, but she's not sure whether or not she can. Hey, forget about it for now, okay? We've got running to do. Mention of running, something that she can handle, brings Emi back to her usual self. Right! Hurry up and stretch out, Hisao. We gotta get moving. She takes off like a shot, far quicker than I'm used to. Emi has switched gears. Kenji was right. She's secretly planning his demise now that she has him right where she wants him. Why didn't we listen to Kenji? This is all your fault, Mato. Don't ask why. Figure it out. Still, I tried to keep pace with her, recklessly testing my abilities. Gives me a feeling of freedom, like my heart is no longer important. I find myself wanting to laugh, but filled with the feeling of moving beyond what I once called my boundaries. Nurse's warnings to not overdo things echo my mind, and I disregard them. This feeling I have, this willingness to risk a heart attack for something so trivial as a morning run, feels out of character for me. But is it? Or rather, should it be? I got a weak heart, sure. I'll never be as capable of the kind of speed and endurance Emi's capable of. Probably wouldn't be able to get that good even if I had a healthy heart. As you're on the final bend, I feel my legs screaming in protest, but the first time, I ignore them. I accelerate to finish at a sprint, nearly catching up to Emi. That was never going to happen, of course. Still, I feel surprisingly good. Sure, my legs feel like they're about to catch on fire. I'm having trouble staying upright. There's been a shift of some sort today. All thanks to the girl grinning at the finish line, waiting for me. That felt a little faster than usual. I comment as met with a grin and a shrug. Can't have you think I was going to go soft on you, now can I? But you managed to handle it just fine. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Still feeling the high from the run and moved by a surge of gratitude, I seize Emi and hug. Thanks. Really? I'm not just saying that. I am in your debt. Protag-kun, this entire time you've not cared one bit about your heart. Every second it's still beating. Well, that's true. Except for when it gets brought up. Emi seems flustered by my words, squirming uncomfortably. Don't be silly, Hisao. Someone had to haul you out here, didn't they? It's not like you're not doing anything for me, right? I needed a running partner, remember? I shake my head, still pointedly not letting go of Emi, who stops squirming and merely looks at me with a quickly deepening blush that almost seems out of character. No, that's not true. You wanted a running partner, but you didn't need one. If I had shown up the day after the festival, you would still run, right? It doesn't work the other way around. I only managed to make it out a few times before the festival. Without you, I probably wouldn't have made it out at all after that. Amy smiles at me and prods my chest with one finger. You're pretty lazy, Hisao. Hey, I was giving you a compliment. Well, you're welcome, I guess. I'll pay you back somehow. Oh, well... That's not necessary, you know? I mean, I kinda like you, Hisao. And being able to run with you in the morning isn't exactly a bad deal for me either, so... Although we get so much praise, she seems unusual to gratitude. Can't think of anything else to say, so we fall silent. I become aware of Emmy's breathing, of the dampness of her clothing, and of the scent of her. Coming off of anyone else, it would stink. Coming off of Emmy, that fits her in a way nothing else could. Her skin is cool, slick with sweat, and a breeze causes goosebumps to rise. Almost without thinking about it, I lean down and meet Emmy's mouth, which has already moved to meet my own. Her lips are soft, and she hums happily as we kiss, sending vibrations from her mouth into mine. There's a startling rightness to everything about this moment. We fit one another perfectly. The kiss ends, and I finally let my arms drop back to my sides. Emmy is smiling warmly at me and giggles again. Come on, Hisao, you ready to go and see the nurse? Then it happens. As she turns to begin walking, she gives out a tiny yelp and stumbles forward. Ah! Emmy! I lead to steady her and notice with some concern that she's favoring the same leg as last night. Your leg. Emmy seems panicked and pushes away from me. It's fine. My expression must seem hurt because she hastens to apologize. Sorry. I didn't mean to push you like that. I was just... She stumbles for something to say. It's nothing, really. Hey, don't worry about it. She's so flustered, I decided to shrug the whole thing off. There's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach now that won't go away. I tried to step in and help her, and she pushed me away. Smiling, I shoved those thoughts to the back of my mind and concentrate on Emmy. I just don't want you getting hurt, that's all. You don't have to worry about me, honest. I'm fine. Yes, you say that, but I don't believe you. Why don't you tell me what's wrong? It's like she gets offended by me trying to help. What am I supposed to make of that? My leg! I'm still trying to make out what happened on the track as we arrived in front of the nurse's office. May raises her hand to knock, hesitates, and turns to me smiling guiltily. Hey, can you do me a favor? Of course. Can you tell the nurse that I'll see him later? I started that I got some stuff to take care of before class. So I really need to get moving. I peer her closely, and she fidgets under my stare. Yeah, she's clearly just avoiding the nurse. That leg of hers. Well, whatever. I said I'd help, and so I will. I'm like damn sure she sees the nurse before the day's out. Yeah, okay, I'll let him know. It looks like I just given her a pony on Christmas. Thank you so much! You're the best, Hisao! I am rewarded for my complicity in her lie by a kiss that makes it all worth it, or so I tell myself. As Emmy heads out of the building, trying hard not to let her limp show, I knock on the door of the office. Ah, Hisao, come on in. I don't see Emmy with you. She's not sick again, is she? Her tone of his voice, I don't think the nurse is expecting me to say, yes, she's ill. Or she said that she's forgotten to do something, so she had to skip out, but she'll see you later today. Nurse heaves an exasperated sigh. Honestly, that girl. She's been avoiding me. Yesterday she was in and out of here without even taking off her prosthetics, and now this. At least not just me Emmy doesn't want worrying. That's a comfort, I guess. Still, I feel like I should say something about her leg. I said I'd lie for her, but she really needs to see him. Now that she mentioned it, she was limping pretty badly today. And last night as well. Nurse's eyes narrow at the words last night. And what exactly were you two doing last night? We were, on a date. Riz raises his eyebrows as if surprised. Really? Interesting. Huh? Oh, nothing. His gaze turns thoughtful, and then he grins at me. You don't think you used some of that boyfriend charm to get her to come see me today, could you? Of course. I was planning on doing that anyway. Think she's really hurt and just pretending she isn't. Yes, she does that. I'm afraid I'll make her stop running. Will you? I don't like to, but if it's bad enough that she's been limping, well... I guess I'll have to see what's wrong for myself before I can make that call. I see. Emmy not allowed to run. Perish the thoughts. Not allowed to go fast. I don't know if she's been able to function without running. I wonder if she's reluctant to admit anything's wrong. Well, I'll make sure she sees you. Good. Oh, and before I forget... He grins at me again when I feels like a vaguely threatening manner. Don't forget that I know what medications you're on. You be careful around Emmy, got? Wow, you look serious too. Got? Don't hurt Emmy, wouldn't dream of it. Grand! I hate for you to be late. Huh? Late, as in the late Hisao Nakai. He frowns briefly, dissatisfied. It sounded better in my head. Well, at any rate, get out of here before you miss your first class. Got things to do, I'm sure. Shoo. As I leave, I notice the nurse pulling out his phone and dialing a number. Mako, your daughter's being a pain in the ass again. I better head back to my room, or I really will be late. Hey, wasn't he supposed to check on my heart rate? Lunch bell rings. I bring myself out of the stupor I slipped into during the morning's classes. I don't see much of Moto today. Lack of sleep last night, coupled with the decreased pace of this morning's run, has left me a little exhausted. Wait. Never mind. Despite that, I find myself skipping the stairs up to the roof. There's a thrill of excitement now, in addition to the pleasure one gets from eating lunch with one's friends. True, both Emmy and Rin are still my friends, but Emmy has become more than that now. Rin is back in her usual spot on the roof, almost as she's never been absent. Feeling better, I take it. Raised eyebrows are a reward for speaking. Better than what? Better than you felt yesterday? Rin gives me my question some serious thought. I'm not sure. I think I might have felt better good for some of yesterday, but it's all fuzzy. Too much cold medicine? Well, I was asleep. That usually is pretty good. And I can't remember what it feels like to be asleep because I'm not conscious for it. It's a real problem. Then again, if I knew how good it felt, I would not sleep anymore. This way I keep trying, so I guess that's how I can keep from being overtired. A general mystery to keep you sleeping at night? Maybe mystery is the wrong word. Intangibility might be the proper way to describe it. I see. No, I don't see it at all. I have no idea what she's talking about, but that's okay since I rarely do. Do you remember what sleeping feels like? Like yesterday? Do you remember what you felt like sleeping yesterday? Well, actually, you didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday. Yeah, it's because you remember subconsciously. Actually, I think I was worrying about Emmy. Doesn't Emmy worry enough about herself? Then I considered that, but it gives me pause. True, but would she ask for help if she needed it? Rin frowns, and I raise an eyebrow. Will I get a proper response? Otakun is destined to be met with the same demise as the mate Black Widow Spider. The dreaded Spider. Probably not. Is there something she would be asking for help with? Her leg, for starters. Sees to catch Rin's interest. Leg? It hurts, but she won't see the nurse about it. Rin shakes her head in disapproval. You have to make her. Like she makes you go to class for her own good. Otherwise she could lose her legs again, and that's just too weird. Losing things twice. Especially if you don't find them again to begin with. Plus, prosthetics are the same as binding something. Well, that's a different kind of lust, isn't it? I think so. I wonder. Wonder what? He seems to have snuck up on Rin and I, though Rin doesn't seem especially surprised, which itself is unsurprising, I suppose. Rin manages to sit herself upright quite expertly, drawing her upper body forward and using her momentum to right herself. Your leg, how's it feeling? That earns me a frown and a bit of a glare. It's okay, I think. Not worth worrying about. Tell that to the nurse. He's quite insistent that you visit him, you know. Emmy pouts like I just told her she's been grounded. He worries too much. It's not a big deal, it's just a little soreness. I try to resist rolling my eyes in exasperation. If it's nothing, then you should have no problem seeing him, right? Emmy narrows her eyes suspiciously. Did he put you up to this? Well, maybe. A little. That's not the point. I would have reminded you to see him anyway. It'd be terrible to see you really hurt and not doing anything about it. That would make it worse. I don't really want to see you hurt, you know. Call me crazy, but I kind of would prefer to see you happy and healthy. Each statement, Emmy's frown fades a little more, until eventually she's grinning, albeit a little shyly. Well, if you're gonna put it that way, then I guess I'll have to see him. Otherwise you'll keep worrying, then I'll never hear the end of it, right? That's right, I'll keep bugging you about, and that might put a damper on our dates. How's the food, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Emmy. How's your day, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Emmy. Hisao, I think I'm ready to go all the way. Talk to the nurse, Emmy. See, it doesn't work that well. Emmy giggles at my high-pitched rendition of her own voice and gives me an affectionate shove. My voice isn't that high, jerk. I thought it was pretty accurate. Amy and I stare at Rin for a while before I burst into laughter. I'm just sipping on some pineapple juice at this point. You should be sipping on some lemonade. Amy crosses her arms and huffs, mocks offended. You're both jerks. Such foul calumnies from you, young woman. I'm stunned that you would call me, of all people, a jerk. Honestly, I don't know what to think. Amy sticks her tongue out at me. You ass. So Rin, how's art club these days? Rin, seemingly as surprised by his sudden change of topic as I am, takes a minute to think before answering. I believe it is okay. Although Nomoya keeps telling me to work harder. I don't think he understands my methods. He always struck me as slightly creepy. Rin ponders his statement for a while. I've never really noticed. I don't pay much attention to him most days, so maybe that's why. How often do you meet? Thinking of joining Hisao? But nah, I already decided to join a club. Really? Which one? Well, it's not really much of a club, to be honest. Oh, you joined the tea club? No, I joined the science club, I think. I think the word Rin was looking for was enablers. Emmy looks highly confused. You have a science club? Not really. It's just me. Hisao, that's not a club. That's sitting in a room reading books. No, I mean, it's just me and Moto. I'm just the only student so far. Moto? Really? I thought strike, sir. Oh, is that why you were talking about yesterday? Your meeting with Motoa? Yeah, that was our first meeting, I guess. Emmy giggles. Nerd. Hey, I can't help being clever. You know, I could have used your help years ago. You should have had your heart attack earlier in life, Hisao. I laughed and then realized this is probably one of the very rare times I laughed about my heart attack. Hindsight. Yeah. The ringing of the bell ends our conversation. Guess we better go. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Rin, you too. Rin has apparently begun to doze off, so Emmy gives her a sharp bump. I almost had it. It's alright, but you need to go to class. I disagree. Maybe if I nap in class, I'll get it this time. Changing location is sometimes helpful for that kind of thing. Neither Emmy or I bother asking what it is. They already forgot about her attempts to figure out what sleeping is like. As we arrive at my classroom, Emmy gives me a quick kiss and heads down the hallway, Rin in tow. I turn to enter the classroom to be met by the duo of Shizune and Misha. Link Dojima is the last person Potai-kun has to build his social links with in order to get the good ending. Misha seems to be fighting a losing battle to keep from breaking into a fit of giggles while she translates Shizune's latest rant. While we are pleased, nay thrilled to see how well you've managed to make new friends and forge relationships, and with such a cutie too, He-chan. I think the last part was probably Misha. We nevertheless feel compelled to politely remind you that public displays of affection are strictly forbidden. Really? That's disappointing, Shi-chan. By Section 8 of the Code of Conduct laid out by the Student Handbook. In this case, however, ignorance of the law may be your excuse, as we are feeling lenient. And the paperwork required to punish the both of you can only add to the already mountainous volume of work which confronts us, the sole members of the Student Council. And besides, you two are adorable together. Therefore, consider this a formal warning, and please refrain from such displays in the future, at least when Shizune can see you, He-chan. This little spiel is so patiently ridiculous that I cannot reply in the same pompous manner. Well, I, for one, feel enlightened. I apologize profusely for my rash actions, and will strive to contain my baser impulses which, I fear, impel me towards such inappropriate displays of public affection. It is hardly my wish to burn an already overworked student council with such petty matters, but do my best to make your lives easier in this matter in the future. At least when Shizune is watching. Last line is delivered with a wink to Misha, who finally loses control of her laughter. Well said, He-chan. Chuckling a little myself, we entered the classroom. Class is uneventful, and after the final bell rings, I find myself alone with Motuo again. So, looks like we're all assembled for the second meeting of the Science Club. Or is it the first? What do you think? Should we count yesterday as a meeting? Well, we did form the club yesterday, didn't we? That seems like club business, so we can safely call yesterday a meeting. Motuo smiles in his usual stilted and awkward way, one with the muscles in his face are just not shaped correctly to let him smile naturally. They do have a knack for this, I think. Logical thought processes, that is. I guess so? The scientist speaks with authority, Hisao. The answer here is, yes, I do. When the world wants to know how it works, we tell it. If all we got is a decent hypothesis. That sounds certain anyway, because we're the authorities on the subject, right? He chuckles to go along with his awkward smile at his awkward joke. I'm doing my best not to grimace, but I don't think I'm being too successful. That's entirely false, of course. We know a lot, sure, but nobody's an expert on how the world works, only because nobody can be sure. With no certainty, there are no experts. We like to pretend sometimes. There's some things we can be certain of, right? Yes, but no. No gravity's there, for example. To illustrate, Motuo picks up a pencil and drops it. See? Still there, but it's still good to check every once in a while. That's why you still see researchers mucking about with gravity. We're pretty sure we know how it works, but there's always a chance that something isn't how we think it is. So you check, and check, and check. That's science in a nutshell, Hisao. This whole time I've listened feeling rather spellbound. Motuo seems to really be passionate about this stuff, I think. It's hard to tell sometimes. You have to take destiny by the horns and shake it until it moves, or else the future will refuse to change. You learned that from Chrono Trigger. How the world works, how humans work, how the universe works. All these questions to be answered. Depending on how I go into it, maybe I can even figure out a way to fix my heart. That said, I don't think that's a real priority for me. Besides, as we start discussing the book he gave me yesterday, I find myself more and more interested in that than my heart condition. Before we even realize it, an hour has gone by. Well, let's call this meeting over for now, okay? We'll have another meeting tomorrow, or the day after. He considers this for a moment. Call it the day after. I got a lot of grading to do. Okay, see you then. As I exit the classroom, I realized I don't really have anything to do tonight. Amy and I didn't make plans, so I guess I'll go to the library. Beats doing homework in my room anyway. I'm gonna take Emmy to the hospital to see the nurse. Okie dokie. The library seems cooler than the rest of the building. Probably to keep the books from getting damaged by excessive heat and humidity. Books are sturdy objects, but if you want to keep them in good condition, it takes a little effort. I got several books that are so well worn the pages are barely clinging to the spine. It seems impossible for them to still be usable, but if you handle them with care. I make my way to the main desk, where I spot Yuko busying herself with something or another. She smiles at me as I enter in waves. Hello, Hisao. Good to see you again. What are you looking for this time? Nothing in particular, I guess. I just didn't really feel like going back to my room is all. Yuko nods. Well, if you're unoccupied, maybe you can help me look for something. Sure, what do you need? Yuko brings a finger to her lips and looks around fervently. Seems to be looking for eavesdroppers. 12 o'clock midnight. Location, Broad Daylight Library. Hey, you're right. Excuse me. Come closer. I take a few hesitant steps forward while still feeling distinctively unnerved. Yuko lowers her voice to a confidential whisper. I'm on the trail of the Yamako cat burglar. The what? Shh, the walls have ears, Hisao. Or they might. But listen, those missing books, remember them? Yeah? Well, they weren't missing. They were stolen. I'm convinced of it. I remember you saying something of the sort earlier, but how do you know? Yuko leans in closer and, if possible, whispers even lower. Because I found one of those hiding places. You did what? Yuko looks triumphant. Found one of his stashes. It was under one of the stairwells in the boys' dorm. 3 books I've been looking for, all there. I suspected the thief before, but this proves it. So did you take back the books? Yuko looks as though I just suggested that she walks around naked. Are you nuts? He can't know that I'm onto him. I go around and evade capture. So what do you need my help with then? Yuko casts another glance around the library and leans in closer. You got a spy for me. Spy? Yeah, like when you're in the dorms, you know? Keep an eye out for suspicious activity. What constitutes suspicious anyway? I mean, Kenji's a pretty suspicious dude, but I'll wager he barely goes to class, much less sneaks into the library to pilfer books. Still, what's the harm in saying yes? At least I'll get get me out of this weird conversation. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. Yuko straightens up and claps excitedly. Great! Now hurry up and talk about something else in case someone comes in. How's the school treating you? Pretty well, actually. I'm running in the mornings with Emi Ibarazaki, right? Yeah. This is knockoff Persona 4, Yuko, not 5. When was Persona 4 released? Out of curiosity. How'd you know? I heard you two in the tea house, remember? I deduced that if you were going to run with anyone, it would probably be her. She looks pleased with herself. Impressive. Anyway, yes, we were running in the mornings. Yuko and Kenji are perfect for each other. And, we kind of started dating. Yuko claps her hands together excitedly. Really? That's great! I'll bet you two are great together. I love seeing people find one another like that, you know? I even thought to myself when you walked into the Shanghai that one time, wonder if that kid will wind up with one of those girls. 2008? Well, this game came out in 2012, if I'm remembering correctly from when I last checked, so, yep. That's a correct statement. Really? Yuko doesn't seem to notice my somewhat weirded out tone and nods affirmatively. Yep, I could tell that you wind up with one of them, you know. I got an eye for that sort of thing. Of course. Her expression drooped slightly. I'm not so good at it myself. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. Oh, it's true. I met this guy once. We got along really great, but it turned out he was younger than me. And that was kind of weird, but not terribly so. What was really weird was that he disappeared one day, and I've not seen him since then. Huh, it does sound kind of odd. Doesn't it? I hope it wasn't something I did. I feel compelled to reassure. I'm sure it wasn't. I did to try and calm her down further, but both of us jumped in surprise at the ringing suddenly coming from my pocket. Yuko sighs to steady herself as I pull the phone from my pocket. I feel a little sheepish for indirectly causing the incident. Emmy? What's up? Oh, thank God, I haven't called your phone before, so I didn't know if this number would work or whether you would pick it up, and I can't. Whoa there, Emmy, slow down. What's wrong? There's a pause on the other side of the line. Pretty much I can hear Emmy trying to control her breathing in order to calm down. Something got her terribly agitated and starting to agitate me. Can you stop by? Like now? Or shortly after now? I really need to talk to you. There's a tone of pleading in the last sentence that I don't think I've ever heard from her. Of course, I'll be right there. Hold steady, okay? In my increasingly agitated state, I've apparently started saying things that don't quite make sense. Okay, I'll be okay. See you soon. I press the button and the call for slipping the phone back into my pocket. Apologize to Yuko for running off and run off. Protagon is still using a flip phone back in 2012. If I remember correctly, I think this game entered production and give me a second. 2007. Was flip phones being used in 2007? I actually don't know. I haven't really been following phones. As at some point I would probably have stopped to think about the time, or how suspicious it looks for a guy to enter the girls' dorm at this hour. No. Alrighty. Except right now, I'm just concerned with getting to Emmy to find out what's wrong and how I can help her. Knock on the door and agree with a subdued, "Come in." Something is very wrong as I stare in the scene before me. This picture is crooked. Also, Emmy's there, yes. But she's in a wheelchair. And her legs are missing. I glance around the room and see them sitting in a corner. Looks like they've been thrown there. Emmy responds to my sentence with a lopsided grin that is both pleased to see me and completely, utterly heartbroken. Hi, Hisao. Looks like she's been crying, but if she was, she's stopped now. Notice that I'm a little out of breath, having taken the stairs 2 at a time in order to get here. That doesn't seem to mind the strain, though. I filed this happy fact away for later consideration. Like when I'm not staring at someone dumbstruck at my girlfriend in a wheelchair. Realizing that I have not responded to her greeting, my brain lurches into gear. Emmy, what happened? Guess I should have listened to you, Hisao. My leg's got a nasty infection, not allowed to run on it for at least a couple of weeks. She gives a bitter laugh that shouldn't be coming from her. Guess I can't even walk on it. I could have used a crutch and kept one of my legs, but I didn't see the point. Why hop? You can't run on one leg. At least this way I can still, I don't know, roll fast or something. Yeah, that's good, right? My awkward attempt to look on the bright side seems appreciated, but not really effective. Then he shrugs again. It's just kind of a nuisance. I mean, we can't even eat up on the roof now. No wheelchair access. Yeah, but that's not a big deal, right? I mean, we can still eat together, and that's the important thing. The first smartphone was released on June 29th of 2007. Well, like I said, I think the game entered development somewhere around 2007, or maybe that was 2009. So I guess I didn't bother to update it. That lopsided grin again. Hurts to look at. I suppose so, yeah. But like I said, it's a nuisance. I mean, I haven't really used a wheelchair in, she thinks for a minute, maybe 7 years? Something like that anyway. A long time. I'm afraid I'm a bit out of practice. Well, fortunately, it's only temporary, right? Emmy nods. Oh yeah, of course. It's not like I lost him permanently. But it's a pain in the ass all the same. I nod sympathetically. There's not much else I can do after all. What am I gonna do? Say, I told you so? Although I did tell her to get that leg looked at. By the time I noticed, it was too late anyway. Do you need any help with anything? Or that is, can I help you with anything? Amy shakes her head, and there's a bit of her usual grin back. Nah, I can manage fine by myself. Although if you want to help me over to my bed, it would save me the trouble of rolling over there myself. I blush in spite of myself. Amy giggles. You're such a prude, Hisao. I'm not prude, I just wouldn't want to take advantage of a young woman such as yourself. It's ungentlemanly. Rotak-kun is insensitive to say I told you so in this situation out loud. Uh-oh. I wheel Emmy's chair to her bed and easily scoop her up and deposit her there. She quickly sorts herself out and sits on the side. She's actually a little heavier than she looks. It'd be rude of me to observe this aloud, of course. Man, you're kind of heavy. Emmy hits me with a pillow. Ass. Just saying is all. Must be all that running. To mention of running, Emmy's grin falters slightly. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about that for a bit, huh? Maybe I'll lose some weight. That's what you do. That's what you do to lose weight, right? Cease physical activity? I told you so. Pretty sure that's what the nurse would recommend. You called it, Zane, even though it wasn't the exact sentence. Speaking of which, are you going to still be showing up in the mornings? I hate to run low. Ah, shit. Emmy's sudden interjection, more disquieted muttering than anything too profane, causes me to look over in shock. She's leaning forward, trying to cover the fact that she's crying by covering her eyes with a hand. Of course, the subdued sobbing makes it pretty obvious she's crying. Hey, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything, okay? I place a hand gingerly over her and pull her close. I can think of nothing else to say or do. How do you comfort someone who's just lost their legs again? Emmy wraps me in a hug and stays that way for a while. Sorry. I'm pretty bad at this whole comforting thing, I guess. I wasn't programmed to help people with comforting. Don't say that. I'm fine, really. Voice is slightly muffled by my chest. I pat her head reassuringly. That's the spirit, right? You'll get through this fine. I know it. Besides, I'm here to help you, remember? Amy lifts her head and stares at me with tear-stained eyes. Can you? Can you really? She's grinning lopsidedly, and something sparkles in her gaze. Can't tell if she's being mocked or not. If I'm being mocked or not. Of course, I mean, sure. Sure, it would have you go, oomph! My witty comment is caught by a sudden press of Emmy's lips on mine. I'm caught off guard and rewarded by hitting my head on the wall behind her bed. Hisao's dead, dead, dead. Ow. Rotak-kun was only programmed to be rude and indecisive. Emmy pulls back, trying to look concerned rather than she's about to laugh. Are you okay? Sorry. I turned my head ruefully and grinned back at her. caught me off guard there. Is that going to become a habit? I'm going to be lectured by Shizune and Misha more? Watching the duo, Emmy giggles. Honestly, those two... If I didn't know why, I'd be utterly confused as to why she hangs around with someone so bossy. Which one are we talking about? You know exactly which one, Hisao. Misha's hardly bossy. So what's the reason then? Huh? The reason why Misha hangs around Shizune? Anyways, I question off with a smile. No idea. I see. Anyway, you seem to be forgetting the original question, don't you? Yeah, I guess I am. Not giving a little guy a little warning, would you? Otherwise, I'm liable to wind up with a concussion. I emphasize the point by rubbing the back of my head. Amy giggles madly. You can wear a helmet. Some kids here do, you know. Or I could just take revenge. I grab a pillow from beside me and whack Emmy over the head. Emmy topples off the bed and lands on the floor with a thump. Her arms promptly reappear on the bed, and she manages to pull herself back up. She has a really surprising amount of strength in that little body. Her face is turned downwards and away from mine, making you think I might have accidentally hurt her. Emmy? You okay? You didn't hurt you. A hand shoots up and grabs my collar, pulls me in with a sharp tongue, her face now barely an inch away from mine as she grins cheerfully. Emmy? Doing a sharp headbutt, our foreheads making quite a loud thud. Ow! I sit back and rub my sore head as Emmy smirks victoriously. How's that for revenge? No fair! You can't take revenge for revenge! For someone missing most of her legs, Emmy's surprisingly agile. I swipe at her, but she definitely rolls out of the way and lands a hit with her pillow. Of course, the odds are against her. I can stand up for starters. I guess I can't. After all, Emmy seems to have effectively tripped me up and is now sitting primally astride me as I lay on my back. I'm not sure how she managed it. I win! Her eyes twinkle mischievously. I've been thoroughly defeated, and by a girl that's a fraction of my size at that. Then again, being defeated doesn't seem quite so bad. Emmy being positioned over my waist is something that I, or my body, can ignore easily. Open my lips to speak, and Emmy's head darts downwards before I can get so much as a word out. I give no resistance as she presses her mouth to mine. Not that I want to. This is different somehow. She pulls back, this is my lower lip, and reinitiates the embrace. Her tongue darts inside my mouth, exploring. I feel a warmth spreading through my body as my heart begins to beat faster. Mine starts to go foggy. I become vaguely aware of my hand traveling up Emmy's blouse. Emmy grasps as I reach her breast, and then there's a giggle, and then I stare up at a grinning Emmy. Told you, that makes my second win now. What? That doesn't count. You used feminine wiles. I'll spare and love her more, right? Ha! You're even blushing. Didn't know you were a blusher, Hisao. You're blushing too, you know. Probably because of your prudish ways. I gotta admit, this is a stupid thing to say to a woman who is currently straddling me and has been up to a few seconds ago playing tonsil hockey with me. A prude, am I? See who blushes first, shall we? Not sure whether the tone of her voice terrifies or arouses me. That question is made rather moot. So, did I blush? Alright, so we went through one of the first little things of censoring. So that's good. Everything works. Hamster. Lemon. I didn't notice. Did I? Emmy shrugs, still breathing a little heavily. Didn't notice either. Well, maybe we should... I need to use your window. My first instinct was to hide, but then I realized that I am still utterly exhausted and sitting next to a topless Emmy, so there is no running away. Ben's eyes pass over Emmy and me and focus on the window. There was a cloud. A cloud? Rin nods. I was watching it from my window. I didn't stay on my window. So I need to use your window. Emi shifts a little, causing me to cough in order to cover up a giggle of my own. How long do you need the window for? We're, busy. This time I can't contain my laughter. Rin ignores both Emi and me and peers out the window. Her shoulders slump and she looks disappointed. It changed into something else. Disappointing. Emi's having trouble keeping a straight face. Rin just likes to cloud watch. Sorry to hear that, Rin. Can we have a little privacy now, please? Rin shrugs as if to say, "Can you?" and hooks her foot around the door, pulling it closed behind her. We both dissolve into raucous laughter, unable to deal with Rin's bizarrely timed visit in any other way. After our laughter dies down, I look to Emi. We're both a total mess. Well... Emi raises an eyebrow. Well? Again? Emi grins and laughs, and then she nods. We should probably ditch the clothes this time. Hamster. The cloud I was looking for was so disappointing. Alright, should I stop here or should I continue onward? Emi already did. What is she talking about? Well, technically she still has her underwear on. So, shall I stop here for today, or should... I already said that before, but just out of curiosity. After all, you kind of have to... You have your little thing you have to do tomorrow, so I was just... want to make sure. The cloud looked like a hamster eating a lemon, apparently. Yes. Sure, that's probably a good place to end. Alrighty. We shall stop here. And what's this chapter called? Storage space. So I guess next we'll learn about the storage wars. The storage wars never end. Well, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.